Get going and see if everything works. Because that's always like the trick, right? Is everything functioning the way it's supposed to? Think we'll be good though. But morning, everybody. We're going to get to play with some turtles today. This should be a lot of fun, actually. I know some people are like, I don't know about turtles, whatever. Like, the truth is, though, it's just magic cards, man. And if you're old school, it is kind of fun to get to play with Ninja Turtles. That's the thing. Or maybe Ninja Turtle villains. That could be your jam as well. Kind of just depends for each individual, I suppose. Let me see. Checking all the windows here, making sure everything is functional. But it looks like we are. Yeah. All right. All right. I think we're good. Hey, Night Sky, how's it going? Just getting started here, checking all the technical stuff, so once we're off and running, we don't have to worry about anything. Looks like we're running on YouTube fine. Facebook is being Facebook. No, we're actually up there too. So yeah, looks like we're good. Also, looks like they added captions automatically to our Facebook videos. That's actually very cool. Not a thing they had before. And we are up on Twitch the way we need to be. Okay. Well, all important things are checked. Everything appears to be working on my side. Looks like people can hear me. So, awesome. So this is going to work like before, where we have to go in and go into a special event and all that stuff. People do ask when we do these, how do we have all the cards already? How do you guys, like, if you signed up and you're a creator, part of their thing, you go and they put us in a Discord and they give us access for a day. For 24 hours, we have access to all the cards to build whatever we want. Which the goal is here to show y'all new cards. So you get to see how stuff works, you know, see how mechanics function, all that stuff, before you have to go spend money and cards on them. And I think that's actually very cool. Like, of course, I'll think it's cool because I'm getting to play and they're not. But I mean, like, what do you want them to do? Here's the other thing, though. Low key, it also gives them a chance to see if there's any bugs or whatever, and they get to do that with us as creators. And then they still have a week to update, fix things, whatever, before it goes to y'all, which is now fantastic. Magic Online is now up. That's weird from the MTG bot. What's that about? Alright, whatever. like, not really sure what's going on there. Alright. Also, we have a lot of decks. I hate that it splits our decks up like this. But I loaded last night 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 decks. So yeah, there's quite a few, really, if people want to try different stuff. Though there was a surprise deck. How many new cards did we play in this one, though? Is it just Krang and... Oh no, it does have Mikey and Raph. We don't play Krang in this one. I might still give it a go, though. It could still be fun. I think we go for it. Let me remove one random encounter and add one. We want to add a Bahamut or add an Armagon? I guess Armagon, just so we can feature more new cards. Like, increase the odds that we draw them. Regularly, though, I'd probably say Bahamut, because I just like this card and it flies, so it helps in games. But we might go here. This might be what to do first. Infiltration is just ninjutsu with another name, right? I don't know what infiltration is. So I can't say yes or no. Let me bring up another window. I guess I'll Scryfall that. Infiltration. I don't even know what we're referencing. There's nothing with infiltration. Are you trying to say sneak? It's just ninjutsu within a name? If so, technically no. Because it functions slightly different mechanically Functionally, it will look the same almost always, but there are some slight rules differences. But additionally, and this is if we're talking about Sneak, you can put Sneak on a bunch of other things, whereas Ninjutsu was just on creatures. Right? Sneak can work with spells and whatnot, which is also a thing we didn't have previously. So, that's something. Alright, we're going to start here with just something nice and fun and simple with a Jun Surprise deck. So we can play Raphael and Mikey, since all of our creatures are gigantic that we can actually hit, and we're going to see if it's worth doing. So let's get started with this first one. Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're playing some early access today, and we're going to be playing our Jund ramp deck, or more surprise, a Jun Surprise / random encounter deck, so we can take advantage of lots of big creatures and do some silly things. We're going to see if it actually works. So starting at the top, we do have some Requiting Hex, because, you know, why not have a couple of removal spells in here? We do have some Smuggler Surprise, because this is the way we can sneak some big things onto the battlefield. We have Terminus of Return, again, to help us with ramping, since you're already going to be playing black. We have Glimpse the Core and Shared Roots to fetch out some early basics, as well as Map the Frontier. So we should be able to get plenty of mana, but the rest is what we're really going to be aiming for, right? Random Encounter, we get to mill stuff, then we get whatever creatures from there, put them on the battlefield, they go back to our hand, so it means we can recast them, which is very cool. We have Vaultborn Tyrant. This card, super exciting. We've played it before. You get to gain life, draw cards, all that good stuff. But these next two are the main reason we want to play it. Raph and Mikey. If you notice, we only have giant creatures in the deck. So whenever you play this, it is a 7/7 trample haste that will let you reveal from the top of your library till you get to another creature. Only downside is if we hit another Raph and Mikey, obviously, because they're legendary. Any of the others, though, great. Armagon, Future Shark. If this enters, then we just get to destroy 3 things from our opponent, which can buy us time, and we love that. And then, of course, Summon Bahamut, because this is giant, destroys things, draws cards, and it's a 9/9, right? So, nothing too wrong about this. But yeah, nothing too crazy here. Y'all know the drill. Like always, I got to remind everybody, if you want to support the channel, you want to save some money, go to Tales of Adventure, TOAmagic.com. Use my code DRAGON, it's DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on literally everything you buy over there, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's go see if we can ramp up to some of these monsters, or if Mikey and Raph can find some monsters. Oh, you speak Spanish. Well, that makes sense, actually. I would say I speak Spanish, but I do not. I actually, here's a low-key fact about Power Dragon. I own a trophy for UIL Spanish poetry. That's a thing that happened once upon a time. Growing up in South Texas, I did learn a little bit of Spanish, but I've been so out of practice for the last 20 years. I've actually thought about getting on Duolingo and brushing up and getting more well-versed, honestly. All right, we got ramp and ramp, but that's kind of it for the moment. Oh, this is a crazy looking battlefield. This is cool. I'm going to turn up the music just a little bit. There we go. All right. I mean, we kind of need a little more to go with our Smuggler Surprise, you know? Go ahead and go get, I guess, the Swamp. The music on this level is sweet, though. Whoever did the jam for this was cooking. Let's get this and this so we can surveil. Dang it! I needed another big dude. We need something else to do other than just Armagon. Oh no. Nice. O'Hare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we may have to be trying to go the full 8. Alright. This thing doesn't have indestructible or anything, so that's good news, I guess. Oh boy, we're both up to shenanigans right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we could play this and still have 8. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Or maybe I just want to do this for 9. Nah, alright. We're just going to go for it. Worst case scenario, we'll just make this live and then start taking our opponent's stuff, because they're obviously trying to reanimate stuff. From your graveyard, create a token that's a copy, except it isn't legendary. Alright. Cool. Alright, we're going to go full on. Oh, we got there. Alright, I was thinking that was going to be tough if we didn't find anything. And we get to destroy a thing. Though, interestingly, you can destroy your own Vaultborn Tyrant. If we felt we needed to. I'm just going to activate this, I think. Oh, I guess we can wait. And then I need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't really use 4 for that. Is there anything? They don't have anything to get? Sure. Let's just pass. They're about to make a whole lot of stuff, and we're going to be very sad about it. Fortunately, we have a second Argamon. Or Armagon, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything with it. We'll see, though. Fortunately, as it stands, we don't have to worry about a board sweep or anything, so that's pretty exciting. They're going to copy that? Yep, because it's not legendary. So that's cute. Yeah. Can't be mad at that. We'll destroy this one, since we can actually get another thing for it. Or exile it, sorry. Ooh, okay. Wasn't planning on that. Let's go ahead and do this again. Go for full value here. Nice. We did the thing. All right. Let's go ahead and put these two onto the battlefield. I guess we'll keep this non-summoning sick one. Get rid of 1, 2, 3. And then get in there with Raph and Mikey. Oh, dang it. We drew the other one. I was hoping we wouldn't do that, but it worked out, though. Hey, Dr. J, how's it going? Optimator, welcome. Oh, man. That's kind of the tough part about Raph and Mikey, though, right? You want 4 of them, but you're hoping to not hit the other one. So it's kind of tough. Okay, we'll try to keep this. We might have to cast Raph and Mikey straight up. We're gonna have to hope we don't have to discard it. Oh, am I playing against my boy Corey? Oh man, okay, Corey. Don't make me discard my Raph and Mikey, friend. I do like me some Corey Baumeister. He's really fun. Oh, this will be interesting. We may have to, like, all at once get the job done here. It might be a Raph turn, and we have to not hit the other Raph and Mikey. This could get ugly. TMNT comes out live on Arena next Tuesday, so... Oh, we're going to sneak something in. Here comes early Leonardo. The thing about Leonardo that's interesting is it fuels itself because it has lifelink. which definitely makes it different than a lot of the other cards that need outside assistance to grow. Man, we may not have enough time here. I mean, we're gonna get maybe 2 more turns, so we're gonna have to be very quick. 1, 2, 3. We play this as 4. This is 5, 6. We're gonna have to top deck a land to play this on 7, because this comes in tapped. Yep, and we're gonna have to hit lucky. So there's a lot going on here. All right, we found an untapped land, so that makes life a little bit easier. So it's going to all come down to next turn. Hopefully they don't have, like, get lost or something. We'll take a pylon. Actually, hold on. We have double red already. We have single black. I'll take the other black mana. Just in case the game goes long and we find, like, an Armagon or something. Dang it. Why were you not 1 card lower? All right, I'll take it. Just in case things don't work out. Like, might as well have another thing that gains life and draws a card. Man, I needed that to not be the top card. It would have been great if it was a card lower, but is what it is. All right. Actually, maybe it's better, because we kind of want an Armagon here, right? It's what we really want to hit. All right, here's hoping. Did we get there? No, we got a Bahamut. Boo, GG's. We missed. We needed an Armagon there. If we'd have got that, we might have had a shot. We're dead now, though. Or if we'd have drawn a any of our things that put stuff directly onto the battlefield, right? That could have been good, too. Yes, functionally, there is a difference between Sneak and Ninjutsu. Sneak also ends up on spells, not on creatures. This is going to be the most common question today, and I'm not to be rude, but I'm generally surprised people haven't looked this up yet, because we've known about Sneak for, like, I don't know, feels like 3 months now. Man, Raph and Mike did me wrong. Let's mulligan. Oh no, this is the worst. Mulligan again. That's even worse than before. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. All right, well, good luck. Let's see what happens. Oh, and no ramp spells to be seen. This is terrible. This is the worst possible. So I guess I can get rid of that. I guess it's not completely worst possible. Oh, wait. Pay 2 life. Almost forgot. This actually makes black mana, not colorless mana. All right. We bought ourselves a little bit of time, at least, there. Is there anything I can click on in this environment? Oops. Don't want to do that. Yep. This doesn't do a whole lot. Needed a ramp spell that turn. We can't click on anything around here. That's so sad. There's so many cool items. All right, here come the tokens. Dang it. Oh, no. I mean, we mulliganed to 5 with no ramp spells. So, like, this is what should happen, honestly. I mean, we need a Smuggler Surprise or a random encounter off the top here. Actually, no. Random encounter we can't even cast. We just need Smuggler Surprise. Yep. Smuggler Surprise or no, or this doesn't do anything. All right. We miss. GG's. Yep. Thing about Sneak is it can circumvent the legend rule for sneaking in the same legend with a good trigger like Leo or Shredder. That hand we were definitely going to lose from the get-go. I was just hoping maybe we get lucky on like the last card or something. Okay, we got the ramp spells, and this one we'll keep. I expect we're going to see a lot of little red artifact decks, because that's very popular. Yep. I think I have like 2 or 3 versions of that deck already queued up. All right. Ginger Brute, coming to get it. Another Ginger Brute, coming to get it. Yep. Sounds good. All right. It's going to be kind of all in on... Actually, I say all in, but maybe we're not. Hold on. They already have double black. They do. Then let's go ahead and get this and... Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I forgot I had the other one highlighted still. Dang it. I wanted one of the Scry or Surveil lands. I think, man, as much as I want to put in Mike and Raph here, I think we have to go with Tyrant and Armagon. Just so we can gain the life and then get rid of maybe like 1, 2, 3. It's probably the play here. And well, should we be proactive here? Yeah, we have to, because they have this. We're going to be forced to do it anyway. I guess it's fine. It doesn't really matter. All right. Let's put this and this into play. Also, we can just top deck a land and fire off Raph and Mike next turn if we're lucky. So let's get rid of this being a problem. And then these two, because we could potentially not block those. Oh, come on. One of y'all couldn't have been a land? Dang it. Okay, GG, I guess. I mean, it would have been nice to see if we draw a land to get to play Raph and Mike next turn, but, like, that works. Yeah, I always click the environment, too, because I just like seeing what's available there. Sometimes they have a lot. Like, even the one for, what was it? Edge of Eternities had, like, an airlock thing that you could open it up, which was kind of fun. Oh, can we keep this? We're on the draw. I'm going to keep it just because. We'll just see if we get lucky. Nope, opponent got a fast draw. That is bad. And we drew the most expensive thing in the deck. Not good. I was hoping maybe one of these first 2 draws get a ramp spell, get this thing, and then maybe random encounter, but looks like the opponent's just playing a mono black aggro pile here. I will go get a swamp. Oh no, messed up. I messed up. Oh, it doesn't matter, doesn't matter. I only have one mountain. I have to draw another non-basic to get the other red source. What are we playing here? Another timeline color. Alright, well that's a thing that happened. Well, if we can survive, we at least have a chance to maybe do something here. Second Smuggler Surprise, I guess. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I mean, one other hasty creature, we just die here. And we're still probably dead. Well, I mean, what's the most we can do here? We can get rid of... Oh, well then, yeah, we're dead. Alright, GG's. So, like, why do you even bring this into early access? Like, come on, man. Play some fun new cards if you're going to play an aggro pile. Optimator, take the negativity somewhere else. We don't do all the silly language and everything else. Like, come on. You're smarter than that. You're better than that. Come on now. And they've actually added more sound effects and stuff in lieu of the other things. Because people forget, as much as we like the effects and stuff, that was one of the major complaints on Arena. That people were all over social media saying, oh, it slows my machine down. I'd rather turn them off, blah, blah, blah. Then we don't get them. And now people are mad that we don't get them. I preferred them, but a lot of people griped about them, and then now we don't get them. And honestly, if we're going to have them spend time and effort on something anyway, I'd rather be on other things, if we're being honest. Let's mulligan. I'm going to keep this and put that away. All right, what are we doing? Prehistoric pets. Probably trying to sneak something through, which is reasonable. All right. Need to find a way to get these biggins onto the battlefield. All right, here comes a sneak something. Last Ronin. We're going to be seeing that a lot today, I imagine. Would not surprise me in the least. Now, are we taking 6? Gonna pump up all the ninjas? Because I can see that being a thing. Nope, we just took 3? Wow, that's a surprise. I was gonna think it was gonna be way more damage that turn. That does something, but we need a little bit of help here still. I'm gonna attempt to get rid of this. No sneak, though, huh? Just 3. Okay. Maybe they just have more expensive spells or something? I mean, they're probably thinking the same thing. Like, why am I not doing anything? Because I totally makes sense. Fully reasonable. Okay. Here's the thing. We kind of have to do this now. So if we find a land, or 2 lands, we could play one now and one next turn. So let's see what we can do. Okay, we did find 2 lands, so that's good. Yeah, and then we're still going to have to get lucky. I think this is all we can do here. Now, they're probably thinking we just have another Smuggler Surprise. But realistically, we're just trying to get Raph and Mikey to not hit another Raph and Mikey. That's kind of our game plan right now. And sadly, their one good removal spell is probably good enough here. So we have to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can go up to 8 and get a card. We could also just play this and get rid of 1, 2, 3. I think we go with Vaultborn Tyrant here. I feel like that's the safest option. I don't like it because it's less exciting, but I think it's what we have to do. Though now we can Armagon, maybe. Sure. That's disappointing. Oh, man. Okay, we have a choice, chat. What do we do? What do we do? I think we have to Armagon, right? Like, Armagon, get rid of this, this, this. Yeah, I want a Raph and Mike, but we can't. We can't. I really would love to, but we can't. This gets us another set of life, gets us a card, right? Like, we kind of have to do this. And then we just get to Raph and Mikey high roll next turn. Because even the worst case scenario, if we had another Raph and Mike, we get cards off Vaultborn Tyrant. And life, which is important right now. Yeah, Armagon's doing some work. Yeah, it's always weird when both sides are missing their draws because you're just like, what's happening right now? Oh, we're going to sneak something through? I mean, obviously we're blocking. Like, So if there's something that gives ninjas Death Touch, here we go. It's probably that exactly, but that's okay. We're good with that. We'll get to make a Vaultborn token, and then we'll draw a Galen. So it's probably like Dark Leo. Oh, no. I thought it was going to be Dark Leo and Shredder. Oh, that's huge for us. I mean, yeah, you can get rid of a Vaultborn Tyrant. I would love that. Yeah, they were like, no, don't want to get rid of that one. That makes sense. All right, here we go. Raph and Mikey, troublemakers. Boom. Incoming. Nice. Oh, and that's the perfect one. Oh, the extra life is so big here. Doesn't matter, though. We ended the game. Oh, huge. That's what we're hoping happens. How often it happens, I don't know. But that's what we're aiming for. Credit to my opponent, though, using lots of the new sneak stuff. Mono White has a few options with this set, which is very cool. Hey, LevDev, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things in this set. If anything, if people are upset because they don't want like Universes Beyond and their Magic or whatever, that's one thing. But I think if anybody says that like the set's just subjectively not good, they're just being full of it, I think. There's a lot of sweet cards in this set. All right. What are we going to do here? Random, well, shared roots, go get the mountain. And then, I don't know what we're doing after that. Because unless we get a random encounter, this is going to be very rough. Alright, well that's a thing that happened. Well, now I don't even know if the mountain's still left. It is. Alright. Okay. Well, we did lose several red sources. So we may not be able to get a random encounter off. Are they just playing a mill deck? They might be. I mean, we have 24 cards left. We can still win from here. Do we have any other ramp spells left? The 4-mana ones, we still have 2? No, 1. And 1 Glimpse the Core. Ew, the problem here is a lot of our ramps gone, and we've lost the Smuggler Surprise. Huh. This is a little bit tough, actually. Ah, man, I kind of want that, actually. I guess I should have glimpsed first. Yeah, I definitely should have glimpsed first. What are we doing here? I guess we're just going to do this anyway. Just hope we draw it. And then I guess we'll pick this off while we can. Not that it matters too much, because if they have anything with sneak, they're still going to be able to do it. They can draw 2 cards. And then replay their guy. What's going on? Do I like hockey? I do. I like hockey in the sense of I tend to like it more live when I get to go watch it live more than I watch the TV product. It's always been a lot more difficult to follow live on TV. But yeah, I don't follow it on the daily, but yeah, I enjoy a little bit of hockey. I catch some highlights. Not what we were looking for. Alright, let's pass. Next turn kind of has to be it. Sadly, they know what we're doing, so I could leave a counter or 2 up here, too. So we have to do it next turn. We just have to hope they don't have a counter, I guess. Alright, well, do you have it, is the question. Alright, GG's. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Do you have a kill spell? Flood Pitch Runner. All right, cool. GG's. All right, well, that was a lot of not fun. Mill will never be fun in early access. Like, y'all, that's why people ask, like, why will I ever build it? You'll never see me do that. Or unless it's like a really fun way. You're just not going to see me do it. Cue the Dream Beaver meme song now. I don't know what that is. But there will be a lot of Dream Beaver played. I know that much. Oh, we have to mulligan this for sure. Not great. Not great. But we'll probably end up keeping this. I'm going to keep the new cards just because, but I think if we were playing for real, I'd probably keep a Vault-Born Tyrant. Okay, that's not terrible. Sure, let's play this. But yeah, you'll probably, like I said, people ask why I won't play certain decks in early access, whatever. Probably won't see me play Control because it just makes games too long for people making content. Probably won't ever play Mill unless there's like a sweet way to do milling because it's just like, it's not interactive really in a lot of ways. So probably won't ever see me doing that. There's a few deck types I probably won't play just because just trying to be respectful of the opponents also making content. What cards am most excited to try? All of them. They're new Magic cards. I know I need to make up an answer because people ask all day every one of these, so I'll come up with something, and that'll just be my answer all day. Like, I kind of do that every time, just because, I mean, and rightfully so, people are just wanting to talk about something. Alright, we need a top deck of land here. Or else we're going to get beat in 2 turns, I think. Maybe? Maybe? Oh no, more robots. That's bad. Yep, here come a lot more tokens. Yeah, definitely 2 turns is all we have here. Little surprised they didn't just leave a mana up to just give everything haste, and we would have definitely died. I mean, we're going to die in 2 turns anyway. Alright. There's definitely more than enough. We got it, but what do we get to have happen here to where we can even remotely stay in this? I don't think we can. We almost need to hit another Armagon, but all that's going to do is kill the 2 Guardians. Yeah, I think we're cooked here anyway. I mean, great showing deck, but you showed up a little bit late. All right, our opponent's just not... Yeah, they're just waiting for some reason. It's GG's. We have Tramplers. They're not going to die. We die. All right. Good one. I think I only have 1 deck with the U's in it. That's queued up. Pretty sure. Realistically, this deck... We'll talk about it at the end, but I think it just needs to have another random encounter. Speaking of random encounter, I don't think we can keep a hand that has all of this in it. I'm willing to mulligan there. Oh, that just got worse. That's not helpful at all. All right, away you go, Armagon. Dang. This is what I get for greed. This literally is my... Oh. Should have kept that first hand. Probably going to play 3 or 4 more games with this, and then we'll move on to another deck. Do. Good old Moonshadow. Man, this is kind of a rough life. We're going to end up using this just to search for lands, I think. Unless we find, like, exactly the 4-mana ramp spell or something here. If we find it, then I'm willing to wait it out, I think. Alright, we didn't, but... is that still worth it? Alright, let's at least go search. Might as well get this. This at least makes random encounter possible, right? Like, if we draw a random encounter, we use this, see if we mill a land, and then go for it. I expect this card's going to show up in a lot of builds, too. This is something that fits into a lot of different decks, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of lists pop off with this card. I mean, just getting access to another card every turn, or filling up your graveyard, is just too good for 2 mana, right? And an extra Moonshadow. Okay. This creates a situation. I'm going to gamble one more time. I don't think that's the right thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright. So we get extra damage from that. So we're probably going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and be at 4. So we have to... if we don't top deck a land here, we just lose, right? An untapped land, and there's only 2 tapped ones, I think. Nothing can go wrong? Like, yeah, I think everything can go wrong. And they could also just have, like, a shock here or something. 3, 6, 7, 8. No, that'd be 10. Wouldn't be enough. Alright, everything's riding on this turn. Come on, untap land. Alright. Oh, it's not even once a turn. Oh, gross. Alright, fine. You got it. I mean, that's just one where we didn't get ramp spell, so I'm not even mad at that. Like, I kept a hand that I knew was gonna go terribly. Sometimes you're just taking the gamble. That's what this deck's all about. It's about trying to high roll. But welcome, everybody who's here to watch everybody play some Ninja Turtles. I don't know, did we get a turtle? We did not get a turtle into every list, because I have some artifact lists that definitely don't have turtles in them. It has turtle cards, obviously, but not turtles themselves. Oh, no. You know what? Let's keep it. We're on the draw. You know what's funny? So far, every one of our opponents, except for one, has been some hyper aggro deck or a mill deck. I think is all we've played against today. Credit to Swayze for not playing one of those. He tried to do something fun and different. Yeah. Play this tapped, I guess. Oh, maybe I should have played the Overgrown Tomb tap. Either way. It's neither here nor there. Yep, get your damage in. I was about to say, like, give me at least one ramp spell deck. Make it interesting. Alright, let's pass. If we can survive 2 more turns, then we do have Simic Surprise plus Armagon or whatever. I don't know if we'll get there, because you can play the Double Strike Mikey or whatever, or Raphael. Which looks like might be the case here. Nope, just a shock, so they can get the Double Strike anyway. Yep. Oh, okay. Why are we even bothering with this? Like, these aren't... This is just A regular old aggro pile. Alright. I'm just gonna give him the GGs and we're gonna move on. Like, what are we doing? Come on, people! We're here to just show off new cards. What are we doing? I'm so sad at people not trying new stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, I even make plays specifically to not do the silly common thing, just to do the big thing. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing today. Let's mulligan. Let's keep it and be sad. Alright, we got a smuggler surprise at least. Uh-oh, are we doing the same thing? Yep, I think we're on the same game plan here. And they're on the play, so we're up against it, unfortunately. Dang it. This is bad. This is very bad. If he has another ramp spell here, yep, we're about to get rolled. Okay. Yeah, still mana. Alright, we still could get Smuggler Surprise next turn. We're gonna play this for sure. And then I guess play this tapped. Pass the turn. Alright, how much damage do we take? No, they didn't have it. Wow. Maybe they're doing something different. Maybe I misread the situation. Shared roots. We don't want another one of those, obviously. Alright, let's go for it. Get these two knuckleheads on the battlefield. Get some cards. Whoa, y'all are no help. Okay, excellent. Not mad at that. What did you have all that mana for, buddy? Their own Smuggler Surprise here to Armagon? Yeah, Flash and Armagon. Love it. Yep, you get all three of them. I mean, like, nothing I can do about it. Maybe find our own Armagon? Yeah, okay, this is about to get silly. And another Raph and Mikey. Oh, and a random encounter. Oh, hold up. This is amusing. So what do we have? 2, 4, 6, 7. We could... Can't flash in an Armagon yet. We're not there. Do we just random encounter here because of the life and everything? And we get the cards anyway. And we can just Raph and Mikey next turn? I mean, is there a way we could die at 41? I'm just gonna do this. I think we're okay, but I don't really know. Okay, sure, that can stay. Why not? This is so amusing. I have no idea which way this is gonna go. I mean, we would have drawn a lot of cards, though, potentially, if I would have random encountered. And coincidentally, I would have hit a Bahamut. Okay, fortunately, Armagon is legendary. Wait, Armagon isn't legendary? Okay, he is legendary. I was like, hold up a second. You can still saddle, you just can't copy. I was just like, wait a minute. I was like, how did I not know that was a thing? We're holding... yeah, we just go ahead and Mikey and Raph here. I could have Armagoned, but this is more entertaining. Alright. Yeah, and Bahamut does his business. Alright. Well, we won the mirror match. Isn't it more important to win than showcase? Hell no, it's not. Why would it be more important to win? We're playing for 0 stakes. It's more important to win when there's prizes or something that matters. Like, what's the point in winning? Like, let me ask the question this way. What's the point in playing early access with new cards if you're just going to roll in to try to win? Right? You could just play a regular deck with like 4 copies of a new thing. People can just see that next week. Like, why would you prioritize winning in an early access thing? Would we like to win? Absolutely. We want to show decks that can do well, but you want to try to do well with new cards. Otherwise, there's no point in playing early access. We can just wait till Tuesday if we were just going to do that, right? So yes, we're making some plays where we're showcasing new cards because that's good for the product. That's good for you as the buyer and the consumer. So you get a chance to see new cards interact and see new mechanics doing stuff. Otherwise, like, nobody's really learning anything. Yes, some people are too hyper competitive. That much I agree with. Yeah, let's go ahead. I will take the other mountain here. And don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place, right? If you're practicing for a tournament or you're doing something in your local thing for prizes, or yeah, absolutely. You're trying to do what you can to win. All right. Come on, land. Okay, we will. Whoa, wait, hold on. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, all right, cool. That can stay. I was like, let me double check just to be sure. This is one of those things where, like, if they leave mana open, I'm probably going to Vault-Born Tyrant. If they don't, we're going for Raph and Mikey and going to try to high roll. The bad part is we're holding an Armagon, a Vault-Born Tyrant, and a Summon Bahamut, so the odds are we're going to hit another Raph and Mikey. But we do get to see at least one card on top before we make that decision. Yep, Shredder works with Shredder, because the other one dies, and you get to put a counter on your other one. All right, here comes a Dawn Hand Dissonance. All right, be something worthwhile. That doesn't qualify. Man, we're gonna go for it. Here we go. Raph and Mikey, please hit like an Armagon. There's a lot riding on this attack step. Come on, buddies. Don't do me wrong here. Okay, we'll take that. That's fine. And then we can at least Armagon next. Oh, no. We don't have a second black. We could filter one, but then we need 9 mana. All right. We could just play another Vault-Born Tyrant, though. That's not bad, though. At least we got something. If it was another Raph and Mike, that would have sucked. Also, a thing to note is Armagon doesn't actually have Trample, which makes sense. It would have been kind of absurd. But at least you can flash it, I guess, if we need to in this deck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Opponent's got plans here. Whatever it is, you're probably killing Raph and Mike here, and then... Oh, nope. Just a Keen-Eyed Curator. Though, I could see a plan of... destroy Raph and Mike somehow here. And then everything else just blocks Vault-Born Tyrant for a turn. And then we'll see where that goes. Oh yeah, this deck takes a ton of risk. That's the only way the deck's even remotely... Like, it's built to try to high roll. Like, there are no secrets here. This deck could just try to do the biggest, silliest thing as fast as possible. Alright. You have 3 mana, and we know what one card is, and that one doesn't help. Then that's just game, right? Because we have 13 trampling against, what is that, 6 toughness? And they've already played a land, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's going to do it. Is this a streamers only early access? Technically, however, it is streamers usually in these. If there's a major upcoming like Pro Tour or whatever, they do give some of the pro players accounts so they can test stuff, and then some personalities and wizard staff or whatever. But yes, effectively it is a streamer early access thing. We've had people ask before why only streamers, because one, if you make it open to the public, it's just a live date. There's no point in even promoting a thing because then everybody just plays it, move the date up. However, the thing with creators is they help promote the product, whether we get paid for it or not, because we don't. Like, we do help promote the product and they want more promotion out there. And it's honestly better for you as a viewer, so you get to see all the cards in action first and all the new mechanics get used and all that stuff before you go spend any money on cards or whatever. Like, for the next week, you'll literally get to watch all this different footage from all these different creators and all their YouTube channels and TikToks and whatever to kind of decide if you want to actually build a certain deck or use certain cards. So it's actually a good thing. But yeah, let's take a look at this deck here and talk about it. Or as Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. If you know, you know. That's a reference that people want me and Dev to get that channel up sooner or later. All right. So here's the thing with this, right? It did what we wanted it to do, but we also know we're trying to high roll, right? Not really a secret. If there's anything, I would say this deck probably should find a way to squeeze in another random encounter, because I think you really want to hit random encounter or smuggler surprise, right? The games where you don't, we still won one or two of those where we just played Raph and Mikey, or we were able to play like Armagon and get rid of stuff. But more often than not, you really need to get multiple things down, maybe even 3 things if you're lucky in a turn, to get the extra life or get rid of a bunch of permanents or whatever, right? That's the kind of world we kind of need to be in with this deck. So I don't know where that comes from, whether that's swapping a land out since you have so many search ramp spells. Maybe do that and play a 3rd random encounter. Could be viable. You may have to adjust the lands a little bit. Maybe get another Blood Crypt in here over like a Restless Cottage or something. I might even do that anyway, just to have access to more red mana. Because we're almost never going to use the Restless Cottage in this deck unless something goes real sideways. Because if the game goes that long, that likely doesn't favor us anyway. Because we get one big turn on turn like, 5, 6, 7, and you're hoping to like end the game there. If you don't, then it's probably bad. Unless we have a weird like double Vault Born situation where we gain like 50 life or something or whatever. But yeah, so probably that. And then swapping one of these other lands so that you can random encounter more consistently by adding one. That's probably reasonable. And I think that's the way I would go. But otherwise, like, this was actually pretty fun. If you already have all these cards, obviously minus the new cards, because you have to craft those, I would go ahead and play it. Like, this is super fun. We've played Random Encounter before. We've played Smuggler Surprise before. But the fun part about this deck is outside of your creatures, which you possibly already own some Vaultborn Tyrants and some Bahamut's from previous stuff, you're only really crafting like 8 rares. I mean, Terminus has been around. People probably have these as well. So really, you're only crafting 4 new cards. And you are playing like uncommons with Random Encounter, uncommon Map the Frontier, some commons here with, I guess uncommon Requiting Hex and Glimpse the Core. So, yeah, pretty reasonable to build too. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. You have to have some patience and figure out, how you can use all the stuff. Nothing that's going to blow the doors off of stuff. It's going to be fun. You'll have a good time. You'll get some wins. But yeah, link will be on Moxfield like usual. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time. All right, that one is done. I see there's some whoop that trick in the chat. Hey, actually, okay, here's the thing. Because we're on 3 different things right now. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. From everybody, and this is a question I'm curious about. What is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Because I don't know what the most popular Ninja... I would assume the most popular Ninja Turtle is probably going to be Raphael or Michelangelo. But I'd be really curious if that skews differently for the Magic community by chance. Because I don't really know. All right, the first one in was Raphael. Not a surprise. Donatello. All right, cool. Yeah, like I said, I don't really know. I'm kind of interested what the answer is going to be for people. All right. Somebody said they wanted to see a Mutagen deck, or they wanted to see the ooze. Is that what somebody said earlier? So let's try that out. Oh, only 2 or so. I thought people would be excited to talk about who their favorite Ninja Turtle is. But yeah, Raphael and Donatello. Personally, I'm a Donatello dude, but that's, he's the smartest one. So of course that's the one I'm gonna go for. But all right, let's try that. Let's see if we can get some mutagen action going. Let's see. How do I have to do? Oh, I have to do all this. Got it. Yeah, they have to set it up a special way since everything's not live yet to let us get the new cards and stuff into games against each other. Where did it go? There it is. Mutagen. Oh, you like the bow staff as a kid? You know what? I hadn't really thought about that. Because as a kid, that's probably the first time you're introduced to what largely looks like a non-lethal weapon that could be lethal. You know what I mean? Somebody says Raphael, but that's because is your favorite color's red. Always chose red as a. You don't have to justify it. You could like who you like. It's fine. Yep, there's another Raphael. I don't know. So far, Raphael's the most popular. Like, there's 3 Raphs, 1 Donnie, no votes for Michelangelo. So maybe that really is the most popular. Okay, let's keep this. When Genghis Frog or another mutant you control enters, create a mutagen token. Hey, thanks for that, by the way. Let's go ahead and open with this. I do also like that Genghis Frog is a 1/3. Makes it just a little bit tougher for opponents to deal with. Oh, that's cool animation for that. It is interesting that it's just a guaranteed +1/+1 token. Oh, Mikey and Leo. All right. Whoa. What was all that? Like that was some crazy animation work. I mean, Spyglass Siren's likely dead here. Nope, going after Mikey and Leo. That makes sense. I hate that mutagens have to be used as a sorcery. I would like it way more if we could just do it whenever. Obviously, we would like it way more if we could do it whenever, but that is a bit of a hindrance. Are we supposed to just live on this repulsive mutation? Alright, wasn't sure if I was going to want to fight over that, so. Gonna flash something in? Gonna Requiting Hex. Yeah, alright. I guess that dies. I don't think it's worth fighting over. Yeah, sure. Another Genghis Frog. You are legendary, friend. Get out of here. I kind of want to just play Paw Patch Recruit here. And then if worse goes to worse, we'll just play Sentinel, and it's okay, I guess. Because there could have just as well been a sweeper there. And the turn. Yeah, we're in no hurry. I'm going to take 2. Since we can be the beatdown deck here. Try to counter that? Target a creature. Let's put here, I guess. All right. Hasn't gone particularly great for us, but it's good enough, I guess. Shredder makes a copy. And then we get to attack for lethal. All right, good deal. Genghis Frog is one of your favorite cards inside. See, that's cool. See, this is why when I look at sets like this, like, to me, Genghis Frog is a character I forgot about. Like, didn't even remember it existed until I saw the card and went, oh, yeah. But that's going to be somebody's favorite. You know what I mean? Whether it's like Kitsune or some of these other characters. Like, somebody's going to be happy that they get to play with those. It's like choosing between children. You like them all. That's fun. Oh, no. I know people like other non-turtle characters. I'm just asking specifically about the turtles. What your favorite is. Yeah, if you're watching this video, let me know in chat even. You know, what's your fave? Rust Harvester. I expect we're going to see a bit of that today as well. This is a little tough because I kind of want to play Michelangelo, but I also figure it's going to die, so I'm going to do this. And just pass. Because I have a feeling we're going to need to block some things. Oh, well, we aren't going to get to block anyway. Never mind. That blocking situation's a non-issue. All right. Well, okay. We'll keep doing this. All right. So now we'll get a minimum of a token. Or a counter, I should say. Oh, this doesn't have to be done as a sorcery? Gosh dang it. I can just remove stuff whenever. So many things like that are like at sorcery speed or whatever, so I just assumed. And that's what you get for assuming. If you attack, I'm not blocking, in case you're wondering. Okay. Make a mutagen token. And then hopefully we get to have a fun big turn here. How badly is our Raphael or our Michelangelo gonna eat it? We'll see. He's at least gonna go to a 3/3, so we know he's protected from extruders. No attacks here. Alright. Here comes Pinnacle. Make more flyers. That's a real flyer. That is a problem. Granted, we can try to make a supersize thing, but don't know if that's going to be enough. Second Michelangelo is not the answer we were looking for. I guess we'll take that. I'm just kind of thinking about, like, what's the best way to pile on counters here that matter. Alright, no attacks. We might be up against it here. Oh, another Pinnacle Emissary. That's bad. And a Techno... Oh, my goodness. They got such a good draw here. Yeah, this is tough. Then you start sacking 1/1s to turn them into 3/3s. Yep. This is gonna get ugly. Alright, here's hoping, I guess. That didn't help. Yeah, that's bad. This is bad. I don't think there's any way this goes. Like, if they could just all out attack here twice, right? And we don't have enough things that I think we could make a good return attack here. So yeah, if I were them, I'd just attack with all of it. Like, just give everything haste and get in there, right? Even just the flyers alone, I can only block a couple of them. Yeah, I feel like Dev's just playing with his food here. Yeah, Mikey and Leo, a little bit late. A little bit late. Not sure what we're even looking for here now. Maybe I should have attacked with something just to get them to block. And then we could, like, use the ooze to draw a card or something. Like, it doesn't feel great, but it, you know, it's an option. Yeah, I would just have attacked with everything. We'd have been dead this turn. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna give them the GGs. Like, we're just dead. Like, we're not beating that. Like, they could have beat us already. Nothing wrong with your favorite turtle being Donatello. Oh, there's a Mikey in the chat. As a huge fan, you're gushing. I know there are going to be a lot of fans. We should have Usagi Jimbo. Oh, we didn't get a Jimbo in this set, did we? Huh. I didn't even think about that. I'm a little surprised. I thought that seems like a well enough known character that we would have got one of those. That's kind of interesting. Let's keep this question mark, and we'll put this on green. I'm hoping we get an untapped land on the turn we get to play Michelangelo, but okay, because the goal here is play Genghis Frog, get to play Michelangelo. Michelangelo makes a... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We just wanted 3 mana, so we could at least fire one of those off. Oh, we're going to lose a Genghis Frog. Oh, no, it's a Shredder. That's a Frill Ninja Turtle quote. Oh, no, it's a Shredder. Should we just be more mana efficient here, though, and try to play a Sentinel? I think we do. Now, there's a real problem here, because Shredder cares about when any permanent goes to the graveyard, not just one of theirs. So we're going to be growing their Shredder. So we need our tokens to hit big with Michelangelo. What we really needed was to be on the play this game. All right, opponents got their mana. Grow once on Shredder, maybe twice. Yep, it's twice. And a Requiting Hex. Ugh, that sucks. That hurts our soul so much. And you have a sneak spell? Ah, man, that's the worst. Yep. All right, well, that's not good for us. What happens here? If we play Michelangelo, they remove a creature, then Shredder's a 5. We'd have to put our counter... That's tough. That's tough. We'd have to put our counters on Sentinel, the Nameless City, just to make sure we don't lose it. Yeah, that hurts. And we kind of have to gamble here. We really needed this Mikey and Leo to be a land, because now we need to gamble on the map. I guess it's a safe gamble, though, right? Because if it's not a land, then we get the counter anyway. Sure. Alright, well, that sucked. And it was a damage land. God, that was the worst. Dang. Yeah. Would have been hard to be worse than that. No attacks. That's a pain. And if they can remove... Oh, no, we can't even... We weren't going to be able to deal with Shredder anyway. Because they get rid of something. We could double block. Yeah. Only real option there was just leave mana open for a repulsive mutation. I think that was the only thing we could have done. Alright, GG's. Yeah. Man. Needed to be able to do multiple things that turn. I needed another creature so I could still double block. Like, that not being a land was bad. Maybe it's copyrighted by another... I don't know. It would have to be... If it's copyrighted by the same company, it would be under the contract, I'd imagine. So, my guess is the ownership of the character belongs to somebody that's not Nickelodeon Paramount. We'll keep this. This is fine. Oh, yeah. And then we probably just Paw Patch next turn. If we even get to do anything with our elves. Alright. Actually, maybe we don't. I think we're going to go... Oh, duh. Triplicate Michelangelo is not good. I think we're going to go here. So at least there's a map left over if they get rid of the Sentinel. And then we could Michelangelo and try to high roll, maybe. We'll see, though. I do like the fact, though, that they've made a fair amount of the cards create a mutagen token on their own. So you're not just tied into waiting for something else to create the tokens. Alright. How bad is it? It is Splinter. It's doing straight up ninjas. It's wild that this dude has flying and life drain. Scry is so good, though, for those decks. Alright, I would like a Paw Patch recruit, but I think we need to do this. And try to find a land. You know. Alright. Okay. Are we just going to try to double block Splinter here? I feel like that's the play. Suki. Yep. And they'll get a 1/1? Seems legit. Alright, let's go here. So we can guarantee to draw a card at least. Get rid of the mutagen token. Put the counter on Mikey and Leo. Ooze is neat, but we need lands. We're kind of stuck here. All right. Come on, deck. Don't do us like this. Lumen class frigate, so everything's going to get pumped again. I mean, I'll block a 3/2 with our Sentinel. Like, I'm your Huckleberry. If you got a way to get rid of our Sentinel here, so be it. Nope, just straight up Leonardo. Gains first strike. Alright. Oh, they're going to go for it to tap down to make this live? Oh, you got to get to 12, though. If they do, we randomly have a shot because of Michelangelo, right? Because that's 8. If we hit on both of those, Or no, we only have to hit on one, because this will make a mutagen token by itself. Oh, Shahar, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I think they're going to do it. At least leave one back, so you can chump block something. There you go. That's the play. Yeah. And then we'll mutagen token onto this. Untap land, please. Oh my gosh, where are the lands? Oh, can we even afford to attack now? We're at 12. If you play a thing, make the ship live. Yeah, I guess we gotta still. Man, a land here would have been so good anywhere along the way. Gah. That's hurtful. We've been on 2 land this whole time. I'm surprised we're even in the game. I mean, it might be worth it for them to go just down to 1, and if they get a removal spell or 2, see if they could get us. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, we have 1 chump blocker on the ground, at least for now. But then there's also the issue... Oh, that's actually really good. Because then they use the 2 ground creatures to turn the ship live, and that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, GG's. Oh, no, that one doesn't fly, though. That only gives you 2 flyers. For some reason, I was thinking one of those others had flying. It does not. Okay. That does change things. Yep, pump everything up. But then I guess now they can't really attack here, or don't want to. Oh, that has lifelink. Yeah, sure, you go to 7. Yeah, this is an interesting attack step here. Yeah, it makes sense to only attack with 1. Oh, where we want to play lands and we can't. Because we probably need to play both Spyglass Sirens. That's so funny. God, that's brutal. Alright, let's see if we get a land first. Because that seems like the obvious thing to do. Question is just, how do we split up these so that we can attack? Let's do it like this. Don't need... Well... I just realized we messed up. I needed to use the Llanowar Elf there. Yeah. Oh, and then we drew another one that's not a land. Oh, you're kidding. Come on, man. And there's a Spyglass Siren. We don't really need it since we're holding other Sirens. Oh, so now we're at 7. If we attack with everything on the ground, they have to block. So then they just have the flyer. We have a Spyglass Siren. If they get rid of one of the things... Yeah, we're just going to attack. We're doing all this with just 2 lands, by the way. Bless this Llanowar Elf, because it is working overtime. Alright. Come on now. I mean, all they need is 1 removal spell. And they win. Because I can only block 1 thing. Okay, that drains us for a point. If they have another one of those, they win. No, yeah. Well, no, because I guess we could let 4 through. All right. Yeah, we have to block in a way that's not beneficial to us. And they go to 9. I think that's how we have to block. Yeah. All right, we're at 1. And they have 2 blockers. I don't see a way out of this with them being at 9. And then we still didn't draw land. Oh man, this is brutal. I don't even know what we can do here. I mean, play this, try to map. But it's kind of like, then what? Like, just try to map again? But the weird part is, well, now we can't even play that. So, like, yeah, all right, GG's. Like, we just never got there. We could have won that if we had another land at any point. We were never able to play more than 1 spell in a turn there. But all right, we've played this a little bit. Let's fire up and get 6-7 games off with this one. So let's hop back in here. Now that we know kind of how it feels and what we're doing, let's fire this up and we'll make a video out of it. Got to spread these out a little bit so everybody can see what's going on. Snakeskin Veil would have been good somewhere along the way too. We didn't draw that either. All right. All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? If you're just joining us, we're going to be playing some Simic Mutate, or Simic Mutagen more accurately, because Mutate's associated with another set, not Ninja Turtles. But yeah, there's a lot of new cards in here, so we're going to try to go through them pretty quick, but I think y'all can keep up. So we have Spyglass Siren. Obviously, this card's going to make us a map that we can try to put 1/1s on stuff. We do have Llanowar Elves for some mana, some Paw Patch Recruits because they freely put counters, which is good. Snakeskin Veil because it does put counters and help us out. We do have Michelangelo's Weirdness to 11. It comes into play, makes a mutagen token, which you can sacrifice to put a +1/+1 counter on something. Then if you put a counter, you get a bonus counter. Mikey and Leo let us draw cards when we put counters on things. We have Genga's Frog, which makes more mutagen, which is good. The Ooze, we can remove stuff from graveyards while also making mutagen. Sentinel and Nameless City. This makes maps perpetually, so hopefully we get stuff off of it. And then you have Mutagen Man. Activate abilities of artifact and tokens. You control cost 1 less to activate. And when it enters, you create X mutagen token. So obviously, we want to get more mutagen stuff and then get to use it without paying the 1. And then we have Repulsive Mutation. However, though, how many creatures are we playing here? We have 31. I'm going to go ahead and take down 1 Mutagen Man. And then from the Turtles set, there is a card. Oh, what am I thinking of? It's a green instance that I think also gives indestructible or something. Unless I just made that up. Still got to get familiar with this set. But this thing saves by the shell. So it goes 1 less cast if you cast it on a turtle. Put a +1/+1 counter creature control against trample, hexproof, indestructible. I'm going to try at least 1 of these, maybe 2 of these. I think we're going to go 2. How many lands are we playing? 22. But we have a lot of mutagen and maps and things. You know what? Can we get away with 1 less mutagen man to squeeze these in? Because I feel like I kind of want to. Or maybe we don't go Snakeskin Veil, and maybe we just go 3 Saved by the Shell. Maybe that's more accurate. Maybe we do that. All right, we're going to ride with this. I think this is the way we want to go. Otherwise, y'all know the drill. Support those that support your favorite creators. In this case, it's Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. If you use my code DRAGON, you can save 5%. You just got to use DRAGN. That's it. It's that simple. But all right, all that's done. Let's go see how much we can do with this ooze. Also, welcome everybody who's just joining. We are asking everybody today, what's your favorite Ninja Turtle? Looks like Raphael is the leader. We got a couple of votes for Mikey, but surprisingly, Donatello is the second most popular according to votes today. And I don't think we saw a single vote for Leonardo. I didn't realize he was hated. Leonardo's like the Gideon of the of the Ninja Turtles. No love for Leo. All right, here we go. We have a Llanowar Elf into a Genghis Frog. Sure. Oh, a Hired Claw. Boo. Boo to that. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I already messed up. I need to put that on blue. I need to just play Bossing Say Tap this turn. Oh, that's such a bad play. And now I'm going to lose the elf too. Yep. Alright, what are we doing? Where are the new cards at? Let's do some fun things, opponent. Maybe I'll just draw an island here. That's kind of like an island. Alright. And a Burnout Bastronaut. Like, what are we even doing here, bro? Come on. This sucks because I can't even use this footage for videos because it's just like, you're just showing old cards. Like, I want to show a bunch of new stuff. Yeah, no blocks. Just come with it. Yes, I could block and prevent a point of damage, but like, I kind of just want this game to be over. Like, come on, man. Alright. I'm just going to give him the GG. Let's go. What are we doing? Like, some people don't understand what early access is about. Like, because could we make better choices and build better, more streamlined decks? Absolutely. Like, that's not the goal here, though. Build something that's good but fun and uses new cards. It's an easy objective. Like, because here's the thing. Like, even if I have a mono red aggro deck that's got new cards in it, like, we already know mono red's good. You know what I mean? Like, and to be fair, they also set up a best of 3 queue. So if you do want to play more competitive things, go hop in the best of 3 queue. It's there for that reason. We're doing other things over here, trying to show off mechanics and stuff. And learn what new cards work, right? Because that's the thing, we don't really know yet. That's kind of part of it. We will keep this. We could Mutagen Man at some point for just 1 or 2, I guess. That's a thing that can happen. Though, it does let us use maps for free, which is interesting. I'm not mad at that. Because we can Mutagen Man for 2, and then we could map... Actually, Mutagen Man might be kind of busted, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, we might be able to do some silly things here. Alright, you have a... big duder. Alright, play this. We're gonna Mutagen Man for 2. And then we're gonna use a map here. Which is another Mutagen Man. Wow. Do we want that? Probably. And then we'll counter here. And then we'll counter here. Then we'll attack. And then counter here. Just in case they bounce the Sentinel, we still have access to another one. Yeah, getting to use all those for free is kind of crazy. So even if they bounce one, we maybe take 5. And then we play another Mutagen Man. And we'll get 3 Mutagen tokens plus a map next turn. God, that's a lot. A lot going down. I'm curious what new cards Kibler's playing, because I know he's playing new cards. So I'm kind of curious what we're about to get hit with. Though, if you bounce the Mutagen Man, I'm not upset about that either. You know, like, reusing that's kind of nice. Ah, Michelangelo of own, so you get 2 counters on your duders. Yeah, alright. I feel you. Okay, so then we have this other Mutagen Man. Okay, you have a 6/6, a 4/4. Man. If we play the other Mutagen Man, we get 3 +1/+1s. Though we could also just Spyglass Siren, make a map, use the map for free, attack with our 6/6 and leave up Repulsive Mutation? Or else we probably don't ever really get to attack again, which is kind of messed up. But I think we do this. This is probably more correct. Oh, Paw Patch recruits. You're not bad. I don't even know if I want a Paw Patch recruit. That's tough. I think I just want to go for something bigger, more fun. So let's just do this for 2. And then I think I'm just going to grow like Spyglass Siren. Alright, no attacks. I mean, they're going to get a bajillion tokens here. Or counters. And it's just like, is what it is. Yep. Makes sense. And probably more incoming. Oh, and we have a bounce spell? I mean, still have a Mutagen token, so you could have 2 8/8s and a 6/6 coming in here. Which is a real deal. Oh, that works too. That's even bigger. Man, what I wouldn't have given to have had a Michelangelo this game. You get to see the power of it, though. Yeah, no, attacking makes perfect sense here. I'm not going to, like, triple blocks. Yeah, GG's. No blocks. Alright. Totally acceptable. That was a good use of Michelangelo, though. That was pretty sweet. Gotta give credit where it's due. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep this. Man, I was telling people, we're going to see so much Dreambeaver just for people trying to use Sneak. Which makes sense. I don't fault them for it. And I could have played, like, Spyglass Siren there, but, like, whatever. Do your Sneak thing, man. Yep. And that's exactly what we're going to see with it most of the time. Easily the most popular thing. Alright, hoping to get an untapped land here so we can have some options next turn. If not, it's going to be a little bit sad. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. What do we got going on? Well, that thing's also hard to block. Okay, we got a land. So now we can either... you know what, though? We could... Genghis Frog... for another mutant. So we could Genghis Frog Mutagen Man. We don't get the bonus from the Mutagen Man, but it's probably still worth it. I'm going to try that. Even though, actually, you know what? Playing a Spyglass Siren's probably smarter. Well, it doesn't matter. We're not going to be able to block the pet anyway. Yeah, let's do this. And then we get another Mutagen token. We can use the map first. Another Mutagen man. Alright. And then juice this? I mean, I guess we'll just spread it around. Why not? And then attack. And then put the map on one of these other tramplers. Alright. Then we can Mikey, Mutagen, end up with 3 Mutagen tokens, 6 counters. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Surprised I didn't have a sneak spell there. This gonna be like split up? No, it's a turncoat. Got rid of Genghis. Alright. That is a thing that matters. We're gonna go here though. And then here. Use the map. Yep, you can stay. Then we'll attack. I'm going to attack with both of these, actually. I mean, they already know we have another Mutagen man, so we're not really hiding any info here. And then map, since we already know it's good, on a Siren. And then Mutagen on... maybe, in case you have something that's like -2 to off something. Obviously, having it on Mutagen Man's better because it's a trampler with your opponent. Have a bunch of low toughness things. Are we planning on just sweeping the board or something? Oh, no, you're going to bounce the thing that can block your Dream Beavers. Did have a Requiting Hex, but decided to go after that. Might be making more ninjas here. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Give you more stuff to block with. But that does potentially make it harder for us to win here. So that's not nothing. Let's see. We attack with Mutagen Man, whatever. You have a flyer we won't be able to block. So we're already at 6. Block 2 things. Take 1, 2, 3. 4. That's a little bit dicey. I think we just do this. Go ahead and attack with these 2, I think. Because then we get back Genghis Frog is the only way this dies. So I think I'm okay with that. Okay. So that's one less point we have to worry about. Ugh, not what we were hoping to draw. Well, we could just play another Sentinel, but if we go to 6, we'll be able to block 1, 2, 3, 4 things. And then 3 get through, so we'll be at 5, we go to 2. Then random thing that sneaks kills us. Oh man, that's tough. I don't think we can afford to do it. I think this is all we can do. Especially since next turn, if they don't deal with our creatures, we could Mutagen Man for a bunch. Yeah. Stuff's about to get Death Touch, I bet. That's brutal. I mean, we still got a block. It's just not happy. Or anything gets sneaked through here. No, they didn't get Death Touch? What? Are we just wiping the board? What just happened? Really? That's it? For real, for real? I don't know about this. All right. I mean, we're going to do this for 2, I guess. Keep the old one. Make 3 mutagen tokens that equate to a lot of damage. We're just going to spread them across our tramplers here. I mean, this just makes sense. I mean, they still have a card in hand, so I don't know what's going on yet. All right, attacking. Hoping for the best here. Is that it? Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, goodness. Jeez. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, we're at 3. There's a bunch of stuff you could sneak in. There's, like, silly things that interplay as, like, attackers. So, like, I don't know. That went... Like, I felt like we were struggling that whole game, and somehow we won. I don't really know what happened. See, that's the thing, Shane, though. Like, the fear of sneak being a bluff kind of makes sense, but the reality is I have to block everything anyway, right? I was low enough in life that I can't not block. If you just happen to give stuff death touch, you do, but I'd have been screwed either way. So, kind of makes sense. Let's keep it. Yeah. I would expect we're going to see a lot of artifact decks, because even I've made a couple of them that I'll be making videos for. Yep, can't block that guy, unfortunately. What's his other thing? Can't be blocked if an artifact entered the battlefield that turn. Well, that makes sense. No attacks. Question's just going to be, can we go big enough fast enough? I don't know if we're going to be able to. Yeah, this opponent's just going to run us over. Okay, that's a problem. We need cards, though. Man. I don't even know. Like, I feel like we're going to need to try to get cards next turn, but at the same time... We also need to be attacking. Like, I don't even know what to do here. This is miserable. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to do this. I just feel like we just got to do something here. Get in with at least this. All right. I mean, it's not much, but it's something, you know? I mean, if we play Michelangelo, we make 2 mutagen tokens next turn. Oh, that's a good play there. Yeah, that's strong. We might only have 2 turns. Maybe not even that. If this is a big turn... Oh, we are in trouble. Yeah, I don't even think we have that. Okay, then. And we didn't find a land. Very disappointing. What can we even do? We could play Mikey. That could get us a card, but then that doesn't really go anywhere. I guess this is the play? Because he gets 2 mutagen tokens? I mean, I for real don't even know. I'm just like, what's the best thing to do here? Attack for 9. They would potentially go to 8. And then next turn, I guess we could play Genghis Frog would get us a mutant. I guess we could play this. Yeah, alright. I guess this is the best thing we can do here. Because we can't afford to attack with everything. Because then if they just have one creature removal spell, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're just dead. Alright, this is probably the best we can do. I don't even know if it's good enough. It's probably not, but we gotta try. Oh, the fact the opponent take damage when they're at this stage, that's not good. That's very, very bad. I mean, that's 7 by itself. That's 8. Okay, that's it. That's lethal. Alright, GG's. You got it. Just make your other dude where we can't block. Yep. You got it. Man. That's a case where one land would have made so much of a difference in that game. Because if we could have got one more map or mutagen token or whatever, or drawn an extra card, we could have probably found 6 more damage. Or forced them in a situation where they have to block with some stuff that would have bought us another turn. But didn't get there. Man, one land. One land. Oh, it's so close. All right, we're going to play a couple more with this one. And then we'll fire off another deck. Let's go here. What is this? All right. Had some messages coming in on the phone there for some reason. By the way, randomly, have y'all been getting way more spam calls in the last, like, month or so? I feel like I've been getting all kinds of, even random, like, more spam emails than I've ever gotten. Feels really crazy. All right, what do we do here? Let's keep this. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one getting those spam emails. Like I said, there's been way more in the last 4 to 6 weeks than I've ever seen come through on my accounts. And it doesn't matter if it's mobile or email or whatever. It's just everywhere. I mean, yeah, I'm blocking. No cheap ninja action for you, Mr. Beavers. Well, you have menace. I ain't do nothing about you. Like, you just do what you gonna do. Alright, Genghis Frog. Guess what? I can't block. Here come some ninjas. It's always the last Ronin. Easily the most popular card we've seen in early access so far. Not even close. Alright. Let's take some damage. Putting this on green. And, I guess Mutagen Man here is the way we want to go. For 1, that makes us 2 Mutagen. And then I don't think our plan is even to attack here. That's an intriguing card, I'm not going to lie. It is very interesting, but I don't think it's what we want. I think we're in a situation where we just really want mana more than anything else. All right. I mean, ninjas can also get Death Touch here, by the way, which is possibly what's going to happen to us at some stage of things. Do we just double block Splinter? It's probably the safest play, because if they do get Death Touch, they only get to kill one thing here. As opposed to the damage being split up over 2 creatures. Yep. We were correct. And that also means they're not... Oh, well, do you have a way to pump Splinter? Oh, it looks like they might. This is bad. Yeah. Okay, that's actually not the worst thing. That definitely could have been worse there. All right. I mean, yeah, we block and trade. Feel free to ninja something else. Or sneak. I mean, at least if they're having to sneak the tokens, they're not getting to reuse a thing. So that's, while it's unfortunate, it's not terrible. All right. Here's hoping for the best. I mean, we're probably just going to die to Prehistoric Pet. Man, we needed to be on the play with the strong hand in this matchup. Oh, you've been expecting phone calls because of a move? Yeah, that'll make those spam calls way worse. I mean, opponent, if you have anything relevant here, we're dead. All right, GG's. Like we're dead anyway. Here's what I've been doing though. I've been answering spams anyway. Like literally, you'll probably never notice while I'm recording. I literally just answer it and I'll just let it sit there. Especially while I'm typing or editing. I'll just let them sit in silence for like a minute. And I figured by now I've probably cost them at least 3-4 hours worth of time, which is good because I probably kept somebody from getting scammed during that window. So it's all right. Let's keep this. I don't expect this hand to be good, though. This is one that I feel like we're probably going to lose, but I mean, especially with no green mana available, or blue mana available. We're going to try it anyway. Robots. Robots into other things. Am I willing to block here? Nah. Considered it, though. Okay. Need a blue land, though, next turn. I mean, that's serious. We only have so much time, so we definitely need to hit that soon. And a lab ship. Wow, opponent hit great on this draw. Yeah, you got it. Oh, GG's. Like, we got nothing. I mean, I could play stuff here, but it's not really relevant. I'm just going to let them attack for lethal here. Opponent, just attack. Come on. Get your stuff in there. Let's go. I mean, I'm not blocking anything. Get it all in there. Yes, thank you. No blocks. Yeah, we're just having trouble drawing mana so far with this deck. That's been our biggest problem. We're just not doing anything. What's funny is the games where we've gotten mana, we've done very well. The ones where we've gotten stuck, we haven't done anything. Which is kind of how Magic works. Sometimes it's just bad luck. But yeah, like I said, we're going to play a few more, and then we'll move on to another pile of cards. Do. Oh, no. These are not good. I think we want to mulligan this hand just so we can get access to some new cards doing fun things. Because the use doesn't get to do much when we don't have anything out there. Opponent. I was about to give the Bueller call. This is worse. What's happening right now? All right, sure. This is just what we got to work with, man. Moonshadow, you got it. I mean, we'll play Genghis Frog and see if we can draw our way out of trouble, I guess. Yep. You got it. Oh, that's a second Genghis Frog is 100% not what we were looking for. Ah, man. I mean, we mulliganed down to whatever it was, 4 cards, so we kind of knew. But we did see a guy in the Arena Championship, I think for the first time of all the commentary stuff I've done, somebody actually win mulliganing to 4 in a high-level event like that. So that was kind of cool. So it can happen. It's not often, but it can happen. All right. I mean, I got nothing. You keep doing what you're doing. Man, see, I want a map so bad here, but at least if we do this, we automatically get a card. So that's a thing. All right, no attacks. I mean, any removal spell is bad for us, because our plan is we'd love to shove everything in front of the Moon Shadow, but that might be all we can do here. Alright, so they're just going for lethal here straight up. So just saying we have to block, basically. Oh, but they didn't put a permanent in the graveyard? Is that what happened? Yeah, okay. Sure. I mean, I guess we keep Mikey. I mean, not like it matters. We're dead in 2 turns anyway. Yeah, there's a Llanowar Elf, so that's possibly some help. If that land was untapped, we could have had a much better potential turn here. I'm going to go ahead and attack, because if you get a removal spell, I mean, we're already kind of up against it anyway. And sadly, our best bet is probably like Mutagen Man into something. Yeah, alright. Maybe like Mutagen Man into Mikey? I mean, this is just the same old deck with Cool But Rude, though. You're not really doing much. Alright, well. Alright, well, didn't draw anything. Man, that was tough. See you later, Dr. J. But we knew that one. Like, I was keeping a... I mulliganed to 4, right? Like, we knew that wasn't going to be a thing. So, can't even be upset about that one. That's just time where the luck's against you and it doesn't work out. All right. Let's get our couple more in, then we're done with this run. We'll figure out. Actually, while we're thinking about it, what's the next deck y'all want to see? Chatters, let me know. What's the next deck y'all want to see? Because we have quite a few of y'all across all the platforms. 100 people watching. Some of y'all I know are watching on platforms where you probably can't use a... Why is it not letting me submit the deck here? Okay, it did that time. Some of you are probably watching on TVs or you're at work where you can't reply or whatever. But for those of you that can, what this is how we do it. What card or what deck type do you want to see? Not a bunch of cards in a deck. You could say, like, is it robots or, I don't know, Splinter or whatever, right? Either a card or a deck type. Let me know. This seems fine. Go with Recruit into Genghis, into Michelangelo, into Mutagen Man, probably, in that order. I don't even know if it's worth it to run Michelangelo first or not. I think that's an interesting question. Oh, Healer's Hawk. Alright, that's a thing. I'm pretty sure I would trade my Paw Patch Recruit for your Healer's Hawk. I'm okay with this exchange. Alright. And here comes Michelangelo. Or Leonardo, actually, is probably what it is. Yep. Makes sense. Ooh, another frog. Okay. So I think we just go Michelangelo here. Use one here and go attacking. And if they, like, shelter by ghosts or whatever, so be it. And then we're just hoping to have a big turn next turn with all the mutagen and everything else. Alright. Essence Chandler's going to be big. We'll have to figure out how to punch past that at a later date. Yep. No! Why are we drawing all these Genghis frogs, man? Just the worst luck. Just the worst luck with this deck so far. Yeah, man, I guess we just juice stuff up, because this is what we got now. Alright, now juice up the Tramplers. And then just go get in there. I mean, that's a 17 ball by itself. Oh, wow, opponent didn't even block it. Oh, no, was that not enough? Oh, it's 16, it wasn't 17. Oh, no! I thought I had one more point there. Well, I guess the good news is if I play a Genghis Frog, it does make 2 more mutagen next turn. So that's a thing. Oh, they're thinking about blocking. So that's good. That means they don't have much in hand. They probably have a removal spell. Well, here comes some ninjas. No, not even ninjas. They just wanted to gain the life there. Huh. Wow, wasn't that? And it wasn't split up. That's kind of crazy. I guess we have enough here, right? Opponent's only at 2. I guess we could have misclicked there. Just load up the Tramplers. Okay, opponent's saying GG. Alright. I'm just going to play another one just because. Just to make sure, like, if they have some random gain life or removal spell, whatever. Because they are technically at 7 here. So we have to respect that. Alright, let's go. Okay, just had to make sure more than 7 trampled through, and we're okay. Sure. Oh, they could have given Leonardo first strike, actually. Oh. I don't know how much it would have mattered, but I wasn't paying attention to this. They had 2 mana open. Leonardo first striking one of our tramplers. Granted, it was only for an extra point, I guess. So they would have gained the life. Yeah, I guess it still results in the same. Didn't really matter. But that's something I wasn't paying attention to. For sure. So definitely something to remember if you're going to play against this type of deck. Madam Null deck, please. I don't have a Madam Null deck together. That's going to be later in the season. Mostly because I'm going to have to spend more time experimenting. But I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be anything more than just like a Golgari mid-range counters deck that happens to play Madam Null. Which is probably, I think, the reason I wasn't excited to try to put it together for early access. because it's not going to have a lot of new cards in it. It probably ends up with just Madame Null, maybe a couple of copies of Michelangelo. The rest is probably going to be like the Siege, maybe a couple of Terra Symbiosis, maybe some life linkers like Elegy Acolyte, and then your usual suspects, right? Your Elves, Badger Mole, Ouroboros, whatever. That's probably what the rest of the deck looks like. Shredder and Mikey have actually not really gone crazy today. We've done pretty well against those decks. I think we only lost to one of them, the one you saw earlier, when we just had kind of the ugly draw. So I think the card is neat, though. I just don't know if we know the best build yet, right? Of Black White Ninjas, what that's going to look like. But I'm sure we'll see a few more people playing it today. Somebody's going to be close to the right build, I'm sure. There'll be enough people playing it that we will encounter it at least, I'd assume, 3 or 4 more times. Mostly because if Magic players have a chance to play ninjas, they're going to go for it. The Bargler. Oh, that's weird. So we got Mikey and Leo, but no way to put counters. I guess we keep it anyway, though. But Mikey and Leo to draw cards with no way to put counters is not cool. Though there is a world where we could ooze, and then if a creature dies, we could get the thing back. So, I don't know, maybe. Oh, you are also Mikey and Leoing. That's not cool. Alright. We were supposed to get the first Mike and Leo down. Oh, and there's a Michelangelo. Okay, here we go. This is where it starts to get bad real fast. 4/4 and a card. I mean, might as well attack. I was like, because otherwise you're risking me putting a map on and then attacking, and that's worse. Okay, that didn't quite work out the way we wanted to. Come on, not a land? Okay, I guess that has to stay. And then we'll attack. What's funny is I kind of want to block with the Llanowar Elf just so we can use the ooze and make a mutagen and start doing that silliness. Oh, and an Ouroboros. Okay. Alright, GG's. We don't really have a way to deal with an Ouroboros, so it's not a lot of fun for us from here. But they chose not to attack, so that bought us some time, I guess? What do we do? They don't have any tramplers right now, though, so there's that, I suppose. What's our play here? Just make 2 guys? I mean, I guess we just map and then play mutagen and kind of hope. But unfortunately, it was a land, so that's disappointing. All right, no attacks. Oh no! All right, sure. I mean, I guess we get a card, so there's that. It was a frog. It's not particularly great. Kind of would rather something have gone to the graveyard. Oh, you have double shelter. All right, GG's. Cool. Like, we're dead. I mean, we opted not to play Ouroboros in this list. Like, but I think it's obviously a good card for these lists. All right, one or two more, and then it'd be time to pack it up for another one. Coming up on 2 o'clock here, local time. Into hour 2 of our streaming action. We're gonna stream probably until maybe 4, so another couple hours, and then we're gonna come back and do an evening session. Usually I take a break, eat, edit a couple things, and then I hop on, and from like 6 or 7 we just stream till we can't find opponents anymore, which is usually a good 4 or 5 hours. I mean, we can find opponents, just where, because I'm on the West Coast, as people just quit playing, it takes longer to, the queues get longer, I guess. All right, let's go for it. Do 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 do. We're gonna go. No, leave my elf alone. Nope. Okay, Moonshadow. I wish Save by the Shell protected a frog, but it only really protects turtles on the cheap. But if the opponent doesn't do anything else, and we get an untapped land, we could have a really big turn next turn. Okay. How much are we committing to this? Mako? Sure. Sounds good. We'll take 4. We did not get a land. Dang it. That did not go according to plan at all. So let's just do this. Let's play this. And then I guess we'll leave mana up so we can use Save by the Shell. And then try to Mutagen Man something silly next turn. Feels like our kind of best bet sort of scenario here. Cool but rude. All right. Well, there's going to be a lot of damage incoming. Because, oh, you can't level it up just yet. It's just attack, discard, draw. All right. I mean, we're going to lose multiple things this turn. That much we know. It's just, what are we giving up? And how much do we take in the process? Yeah, we're going to see this deck a bunch. This is kind of just the deck that already existed, plus cool but rude. Alright. I mean, they're just trying to figure out how much damage they can get through this turn. Try to figure out how big they need Moonshadow to be. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Saying let's move it around so I have more quality attackers. I can respect that. And then they still get to discard when they attack. Okay, so they're going to move it again, putting a permanent in the yard, sure. I don't necessarily disagree with those things. Discarding another permanent, grow your things. Okay, so the question is, how much do we want to dedicate to blocking here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we take 11, we risk just dying to the enchantment if they level it up. But I think 11 is probably the correct... Well, we can chump block with one of these. I think is correct. And then we just risk it the rest of the way. Hey, new followers. Thanks. Oh, Leo. What are you doing, buddy? I guess we just have to play this for 0. Man, I think the games we struggled the most is where we just didn't have mana. That's kind of been the consistent thing today. Alright, let's map. I mean, this is kind of the only way we potentially stay in this game. Juice this guy. Juice this guy. I mean, I don't really want to juice a turtle, but we probably are supposed to. I mean, elf. Let's make you at least a 7. And then we'll think about what the rest of this has to look like, I guess. Granted, if we could get another Mutagen Man or something, we could produce enough damage to trample over, so that's something. I mean, they attack, discard, that's 6. Or they deal 2, so we go to 5. Then they can discard 2 more. So then we're down to 1. If we could keep all of our creatures, that would be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that right? So we'd have to find another way to get another counter somehow. Oh, it won't even work because we'll have to double block on the Moon Shadow. Yeah, that's tough. Alright, so they're going to play it safe here, which is smart. Sure, everything triggers. We will block. Actually, no. We'll block like this. In case there's shenanigans, I can spend the 1 mana to protect this, because it only works on turtles for 1 mana. Alright, we're at 5, so we are potentially dead next turn. Yep. Actually, we are dead next turn, so we have to draw whatever answer we're going to get here, which probably has to be just Mutagen Man. I don't think there's another good answer here. Mutagen Man generates 2. No, it only generates 1. Yeah, that's not even good enough. I don't think we have an out here. I think that's it. Yeah, that land's not going to do it. Maybe if one of these gave lifelink or something, but this is just trample, hexproof, indestructible. Which is not anywhere close to enough here. Alright, GG's. Rocksteady and Bebop, I think it just goes into some aggro Shredder Golgari pile. Is probably all. I don't think it's a card you overthink. I think it's a card you just play. You know, maybe if you're doing something with what is that ability? Mayhem, possibly, because then you can just discard every turn, and like that's reasonable. But that's probably where you are with that deck. I don't think you have to really get too crafty with Rocksteady and Bebop. They sort of just do what they do. Man, we might have to run Michelangelo out here as bait, because I think Mikey's better. But we could play Mikey, draw a card. Probably want to play Sentinel, though. Oh, never mind. Play Mikey, draw a card, put counters. I mean, we probably have to try to win a race here, so the plans have kind of changed. Alright. I don't think we're going to move fast enough, though. Especially if they can ramp to 6 here. Okay, Pyroclasm. That's legit. Shared roots. Alright, we could still get hit with a Smuggler Surprise next turn. And that would not be pretty. Let's go Frog. Into this guy. And then try to attack. All right. Do you have it? All right. I assume they have it, or they wouldn't take 4 here, or take 2 here. Random encounter. Oh, they whiffed. They whiffed. Brutal. I have been there, though. Yeah, I guess the thing is here is just play Genghis Frog. Make 2 Mutagen. And then just crack these. Yeah. Man, I've missed on the random encounter, though. I feel for him. I have totally been there. Ah. All right. Let's wrap this one up and get to another deck. Let's talk about it. You know, I had this thought the other day. WWE fans will get this. But WWE wrestlers like to talk, right? Because we have Trick Williams is, let's talk about it. We got Cody asking people, what do you want to talk about? We got LA Knight saying, let me talk to you. Right? You know what I mean? Like, that's a very common theme. I just find it to be amusing. All right, so here's kind of the thing with this deck. While we were playing this in early access to try to utilize a bunch of these new cards, I think at the end of the day, you're probably going to end up playing this as just a Simic or a Boroid type deck, right? Probably not going to play Sentinels of Nemesis. Probably not even going to play Mutagen Mans, right? You're just going to be able to get by. And realistically, like the Ooze, maybe, maybe not, whatever. But really, you're going to be better off, whether people want to hear it or not, playing Badger Mole Cubs, playing Ouroboros, you know, all the typical usual suspects that you would expect to play. That's not a problem, right? Because you still have like Innkeeper's talent to put counters on every turn or whatever. And you get to use Michelangelo still, which will double up your +1/+1 counters. But then you also can play like Terra Symbiosis and whatever to get cards. So I think while this was fun to want to play with just Mutagen, and viable, because again, most of the games we lost, we just kind of got stuck on mana. Hell, we mulliganed to 4 in one of them, so we just had a bad run of luck with this deck. But that aside, I think you're still going to be better off just playing it as a regular Simic or a Boroid, whatever. Or mono green, honestly. It's possible you just say, I'm not even going to play with any of the blue cards, and we'll just load up on the Charm, so you can actually get rid of artifacts, enchantments, go search for your key cards, right? Like, that's an option. So there's still plenty you could do. And also, other than the Ooze, we don't really have anti-graveyard stuff in here. So you could leave it in there for that and just get a bonus every once in a while. But yeah, I don't know. The deck's fine, but I think there's just some better cards that exist that we're going to end up playing. Michelangelo, I think, still makes the cut. But the others, I don't think you're really playing them unless you're just playing this all together as a package. It's arguable you could play Mikey and Leo just because getting a card is cool and a 2/2 for 2 is fine. Nothing wrong with it. And you can get a card on your turn and the opponent's turn. So it's not just when you draw on your turn. So that's fine. But I don't think any of the others really are cards that you need. Like I said, Ooze if you want to deal with the graveyard, potentially. But I don't think Genghis Frog and Mutagen Man are probably going to be it here. Though I do like the discounter Mutagen Man. So I could see a world where we're playing a deck full of like clues, maps, mutagens, whatever, that you're just getting to use them for free. And if you're trying to sacrifice artifacts or whatever, this card could be clutch, even if you're not even playing it for any real number, right? Even just for 2. You get a 2/3 that still lets you play all those artifacts cheap or free. So that's something else to consider as well. But yeah, if you want to give it a go, link will be over to Moxfield, all that good stuff. Y'all know the drill. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time. Okay, that one is Dunsky. Let's go ahead and get out of that one. Claim our non-existent prizes, because we don't get to keep any of this. And let's see what we got. All right, before we get into it, what does everybody want to see? Ignore a lot of these decks. These are just things. what's the next up on the list? We'll make a list to see what people want to see. But there is a variety of things. We have another mono green smuggler surprise. We have a tokens list, if people want to see that, a green white counters list. We have dinosaurs, if people want to try to play some. I don't know, the dinosaurs may not have enough new cards, though. We may not play this one, because this might be a later on one, because I think the only new card is Triceraton. And that's probably not enough to justify playing it. I mean, I would go to 4 Triceraton if we just wanted to play this so people could see it. And I'd just go down one of something else. Might be the best play in there if people wanted to play it. Wouldn't be opposed to that if everybody wanted to see it. We could do that. But generally, I try to play more new cards in the list than less. There's an Esper Flyers list. This is one that Yeoman 5 had. And it plays Dream Beavers. What's any other new cards in here? No, it looks like only Dream Beavers made the cut here. No lands, no nothing. So that's one we'll probably play at a later date, too. Any artifact decks or Ravenous Robots and Krang? Yeah, there's a lot of Robots decks. Like, if people want to see it, I'll play it. I think there's just going to be a lot of them today. We're probably going to end up with some mirror matches. This one's a little bit different. It is trying to take advantage of Mauser Foundry, the Ravenous Robots, Technodrome. So, like, this is kind of one way you could go. We might do that, because that at least feels different than some of the other lists that we've seen. There's the Boros Robots, which is kind of more of what people are expecting, I think. You know, kind of usual pieces here. Not a surprise, improvised arsenal, you know. The Ravenous Robots. Like, the things you expect. Also, by the way, Arabella's an artifact, so something to note there if you decide to play it. But yeah, maybe we go. This is just the list everybody else has been playing. It's basically just Monument with Cool But Rude. like nothing really to learn from there. We'll probably Artifacts Affinity. I didn't build one. I mean, we could, if y'all want to put one together live, we could do it. Mono White Aggro. I think this just has Leonardo and the Last Ronin technique. Oh no, I added Agent Bishop to this one as well. So we have Little Leonardo, Leonardo Big Brother. We have Last Ronin technique. You know, maybe this could be kind of fun. Maybe we do this. Maybe we break this one out. Yeah, Arabella is a wild uncommon. I agree. And then the token pile is just what you expect these decks look like. But it does play with Wingnut, which is fun. Whenever Wingnut attacks each other, attacking creature gets +1/+0 till the turn. So that's kind of fun. You get to give it Flying Menace or Haste, and then boom. So you get to get a little bit bonus on your guys, which is kind of fun. Just Wingnut and the Last Ronin technique, is that's all that's in here? As far as new cards? Yeah, maybe. We could look at that too. I think that's reasonable. Alright, so let me make a list here. And we'll let everybody vote on stuff. Would you want to see... Oh, I should probably mark this since we played this one already. We can play either Sacrifice Artifacts, the Boros Tokens lists, or the Mono White Aggro. Your 10-year-old Liam is watching on YouTube. That is awesome. Fantastic. We already played, if you're talking about Argamon, we already played that earlier in our Smuggler Surprise deck. So, probably done with the Shark for now. We've already seen that. So, the vote, here's the vote. You can play, we're going to play either Mono White Aggro, the Artifact Sacrifice deck, or the Boros Tokens list. So we can get a chance with Wingnut. So we'll let everybody decide what we're going to do here. Because we've already played Jun Surprise, and we played the Simic Mutagen. So we already got those going. We'll give everybody about a minute here. And while y'all are in here voting on what you want to see out of those 3 decks, either the Boros tokens, the Artifact Sacrifice Rakdos deck, or the Mono White Aggro. But what's your favorite Ninja Turtle? All right, we're asking everybody today. See, normally y'all just run in and get to ask the creators questions. Today I get to ask y'all a question. What's your favorite Ninja Turtle? It looks like 2 for the Mono White right now. It's going to be our vote at the moment. I hope there might only be those 2. If it's only those 2 speak up, then it's going to be the Mono White deck. If you want to see the Boros tokens list or the Artifact Sacrifice list, get your votes in now. All right, so it's 2 for the Mono White. It is 1 for the Rakdos Sacrifice. Looks like that might be all. All right, we're going to let it go for just a touch longer. But if that's all it's going to come in, then we're going to use that to make our vote. Donnie should be easy for you. I don't know. You mean you could be Donnie, but you might like something else. I don't even know what Baxter is. So I would assume no. I don't even, for real, I don't even know what you're asking for. Hey, Scryfall, what's Baxter is... actually, let me just look up Baxter, and that'll probably... Oh, I wouldn't even play Baxter in a deck, probably. If you're talking about the 5-mana one, maybe there's a better one. The little one? The 4-mana one, whenever it enters or attacks, each creature you control with a counter on it gains flying until... probably not playing that one. The big one is a 5-mana 3/3. When it enters, create a 1/1 robot at the beginning of combat on your turn. Target artifact creature you control gets +3/+0. Yeah, that's not a lot for 5 mana. Yeah, I actually don't love either of those cards. Alright, so it looks like we have 3 for Mono White. 1 for the Rakdos Sacrifice. And 2 for the Boros tokens. So it looks like we're going to be on the Mono White. But yeah, I imagine if you're playing the Is It Artifact Aggro stuff, you're probably not playing Baxter. If I were guessing. I don't think either of those cards is great. I would love to be proven wrong, but not what I would guess right out of the gate. But all right, let's take a look at this. Pretty simple, straightforward list. No frills. All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're going to play some Mono White Aggro with lots of new cards in this list. So there's going to be a lot of sneaking going on, using lots of Ninja Turtle stuff from our early access stream here. And we're going to see if we can just make this work. So this one, I believe I got directly from Yeoman5, who put a bunch of lists together for everybody. So always thank you for that. But we have some Leonardo, Leader in Blue. So this is a 1-mana 2/1. It does have Sneak of 5. But when it enters, if a Sneak cost was played, creatures you control get +2/+0. Otherwise, he's just a quality 2/1 that can also have First Strike. Lightstall Inquisitor is just a way to slow your opponent down. Prehistoric Pet. This is one I'm 50-50 on. I know some people are really into this card. I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about it. It is hard to block, which is cool. And you could also like pay 2 to reuse, say, like a Leonardo, potentially. But don't know yet. Seam Rip, just for some early removal. Same with Case of the Gateway Express. With so many cheap things, we should be able to pull this off. We do have Sky Knight Squire with us playing a lot of Duders. And ways to make more Duders with Voice of Victory. Playing some Agent Bishop. Now, there are 4 copies of Agent Bishop up here. I think we could probably remove 1. But it's going to put 2 counters on stuff every turn. Like, you just, why not, right? Like, seems good. Leonardo, Big Brother. This is another one. Sneak for 1. It's a 1/3. And Leonardo gets +1/+0 from each other creature you control. And, of course, we have last Ronin's Technique, which is Sneaks, makes us 3 ninjas as well. And then we have a full set of Abandoned Air Temple to pump all our creatures, and 18 planes. So, very simple list to put together. Maybe some number of these Leonardo, Big Brother, and Agent Bishop could be something else. I mean, we're playing 26 creatures, quite a lot, which is good. It's where you want to be with this aggro deck, but we'll see before we make any changes. We'll definitely have stuff to talk about at the end of the video, though. But before we go play the games, got to remind you, if you're going to buy any Magic, at least give a look over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com, mostly because while you're shopping there, if you use my code DRAGON, it's DRAGN, you'll be able to save 5%. And that's something, right? And you can support the channel. But all right, let's go play those games and see if this pile of turtles can get the job done. Do 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 do. But yeah, don't want to rain on your parade, Zero. It feels like either of the Baxter cards don't feel super great. The blue one maybe has a weird chance if you find a way to put the counters on stuff, but the 5-mana ones might just end up being too slow, I think. Oh, well, we're kind of trying to play a white aggro deck, and we can't do that with this, so that hand's got to go away. We'll keep this. I'm gonna get rid of Seamrip. Mostly because the progression of the turns here. Right, we're gonna play that. We're gonna play Voice. We're gonna play Case. Hopefully, maybe we get to play it while we have a bunch of tokens out. I don't know. And here I am, like, how to actually save something. Is this just... No, it's not a goblin deck. What are we doing? Using that to discard, maybe? I don't know what the plan is here. Let's attack first. Would you like to trade? They would not. Alright, I'm going to go here. Mostly because either of these plays feel good next turn if we are able to keep Voice of Victory. We are not able to keep Voice of Victory, so it didn't matter. Intriguing, you're not attacking, nor are you blocking. Alright, I'll get rid of your one duder, I guess. I mean, we're both being aggressive. We're just being more aggressive, I guess. I was about to say aggressiver. That is not a word. Okay, that works. I'm even going to do this first and say, like, do you still want to not block your opponent? They still didn't, though. Alright, another Grease Wrench Goblin. Going after the Sky Knight Squire, which makes plenty of sense. That's right on time. Well, any land would have been right on time there, but yeah. Oh, opponent, don't do it. All right, cool. Well, I mean, we'll get rid of both of them. I mean, I guess you get rid of Voice of Victory anyway. That's still something. All right. Where are the rest of our creatures? Where are our ninjas at? Getting 3 ninjas now would be great. I mean, you are a ninja. Probably not even worth sneaking you in. That doesn't do anything. So we're just going to attack and just play you. Opponent's deck's very interesting. It's... Why is this... Oh, because I can activate this. I was like, why is this highlighted? Like, I definitely don't have enough mana left to abandon Air Temple. Alright, Inti. Cool but rude. So this is just mono white discard. Interesting. Alright, so we attack. See if the opponent blocks. We can give Leonardo first strike. If they don't block, we pump and they die, so sure. Alright. Yep, that's gonna do it. Alright. Well, we didn't get to see a lot of the new cards, unfortunately. We just drew our second new one, but Leonardo's first strike at least mattered. Hey, Tall Paul, how's it going? Alright, let's get into some more with this deck. Man, I have so many videos loaded. I may have a second video go up tonight, this afternoon, just to get stuff out. There's so much content right now. Now, this is our third deck already today, huh? Mono white. Okay. Man, and we still got to do we have our overrated, underrated video coming out tomorrow. Then we still have to do the Were We Right videos. And my our crafting guides also. It's like, man, there's a lot when a new set comes out. We have to keep this, right? We can't get rid of it. I mean, we could, but it'd be silly. Though Last Ronin's technique works really well with Sky Knight Squire, if you can get that to happen. Well, okay, this is fine. Let's do this. And then we'll see if we get to Seam Rip something good, and we'll follow with Prehistoric Pet, I think. Oh. This is both good and bad. When your opponent has to make decisions of what to put away with Lightstall and Quizzer, you're like, oh, your hand has a bunch of useful cards. Okay, and they didn't want to block. That's always something to note. Let's go ahead and do this. Play the pet. Attack. Alright. Ravenous robots. Dang it, I would have much rather gotten rid of that. Okay, let's go here. We are going to juice up this and this. Mostly just to make them harder to get rid of. Alright, Agent Bishop, going to work. Though, you could always just have, like... Okay, they didn't have it. I was going to say Chainsaw or something here. Nope. Ancient Bishop gonna eat it. Also, I didn't put the counter on the Prehistoric Pet, because that's the thing we're likely to pick up for the Ronin Sneak. Yeah, that seems to be the most common version of the artifact decks we're seeing, though, is blue-red. Alright, we'll play this first, just to maximize the counters we get on it. Go attacking. I say, feel free to block. I would totally understand. Alright, let's go ahead and sneak. Whoa, did y'all see that? First time I've used that mechanic. You got 2 swords on it. That's sweet. And we're going to pick this Knucklehead up. And then put all of our counters on the Sky Knight Squire. Well, that worked out. Yep, Improvised Arsenal. I mean, the problem for them is now they need a flyer, because we can just play the pet. Yeah. That was cool. Yeah, opponent also had the mulligan down there, but these decks can have very explosive starts. So, I mean, I guess we could somewhat overcome that with our own flyers and stuff, but I imagine that could be a normally bad matchup. Yeah, for those who don't know, Hunter Burton Memorial. It's coming up early. Feel free to look that up online. Just Hunter Burton Memorial, just how it sounds. And that's the week of March 13 to the 15. Lots of different tournaments. Not just Magic, actually. They had, last couple of years, they've had like Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, Lorcana, I think. There was all kinds of stuff going on with that. And then, of course, there's artists, there's charity stuff, charity auctions, just like a whole bunch of stuff. Literally, people come from all over the country. It's one of the better events of the year. So, if you haven't had a chance, check it out. HunterBurtonMemorial.com. This is a fun charity event. In the meantime, we're going to keep a bad hand and see if we can work our way out of it, because we have a couple of draws. That's a start. That might do a little bit of something. Fancy Blood Crypts. Weapons manufacturer. Okay. Well, I guess we attack and make us some ninjas, huh? The only thing that makes sense here. And then hopefully we just don't die to weapons manufacturing before we can do enough damage. A little bit of a weird turn depending on what they do here, because they probably don't have creatures, which means there's a good chance this Case of the Gateway Express doesn't do much other than just give us counters for future bonus attack for future creatures. Oh, they get to search for a card and put it on top. So if it's something that sweeps the board, okay. Oh wait, you put it on the graveyard. Forgot about that. It doesn't put it on top. Well, we can Case, so we get this credit for this since we have a second one, and then we can Leonardo to pick up a token. All right, that seems as good as anything, I guess. For one, pick up one of these little ones that just goes away, but we do get extra damage in. That is such a crazy effect. It looks cool though, with like the different comic book lines and whatever. But that is such like a way overdone effect. It's kind of fun. It's excessive in the best way. Alright, Leonardo's at least protected for now. We should be able to get rid of the specialists. And we crack a second case. Alright. Do you have a way to protect it? Oh, you're going to sack it to draw cards. That makes sense. Alright, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could play a creature and make it 9. I don't know how we lose from here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opponent goes to 3. It's probably fine. I don't even think it's worth playing another card here. In the turn. Because if they have a sweeper or something, we'd rather just play both of these next turn since they'll be 3 attack each. Alright. Try to go attacking. Yep. Alright, cool. Nice. I wonder what new stuff this deck was. Oh no, we did see a Ravenous Robots, but they put it in the graveyard for some reason. Huh. Okay. You know what? The Hunter Burton was on St. Patrick's Day weekend, like, it was like 2 years ago, I think, also. Because I was walking around, people kept asking me, like, why are you not wearing green? I'm like, I don't know, man, because I'm not 12. I got work to do. Like, I don't know, like, I do have a green shirt I can bring and I can wear, so it's fine. But I generally, I mean, you know, those events, I'm usually just at the event, back to the hotel room, and then I'm done, getting ready for the next day. Maybe if I go out to dinner with people, you know, it's kind of like the only thing. All right, let's go with our Inquisitor. As much as I don't want to play Leonardo next turn, I might, just to draw a removal spell if they have it. But I don't know. Maybe we'll find something, one of our 2-mana creatures. Oh, they're giving a long think to what to get rid of here with the Inquisitor. They made it a land. Fair. Moonshadow, you got it. Well, we did find this, so let's go ahead and attack. I don't think they'll trade for the Moonshadow. Rightfully so. And then we'll play this. Alright. Another Moonshadow. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's fine. Like, that's one of those things that's, like, not exciting, but it does what it needed to do. Alright. Well, I only have 2 creatures, so you each get counters. And fortunately, this has Vigilance, so we can still attack. Alright. You got it. So that's going to become a 3/3. Assuming they want it to become a 3/3. Would I trade here? This is actually a real question. And we know we're seeing 2 lands. They're going to lose 1. One's going to come into play tapped. I mean, if we double block, what are they killing? Agent Bishop here? And then we have a 1-3 and a 2-1 that could have first strike. Yeah, I think it's worth blocking. And we just let them pick what to get rid of. I was going to say, you probably take the agent, but Lightstall Inquisitor still does stuff here, having Vigilance. Oh, well this? Okay. Maybe things change here. There's a chance they're not going to block. Man, Sneak makes not blocking hurt so much. Like, it really does. Yeah, we picked this up for a bunch of duders. I mean, it's 3 for 3, actually. Hold on, maybe we don't. Because we get in 3, and then I could just play these two. Yeah, maybe just let them take 3 here, actually. I think we're in a close enough race that it's probably not worth it. And they're wanting to be aggressive, so there's a chance they just attack here with the Moonshadow anyway. And then we might be able to maybe, like, pick up Leonardo, make a bunch of dudes, and there's some value there. So we'll see. Oh, I forgot about this guy. This is from Omen Paths. Does have haste, too. Ugh. Alright, another Moonshadow. Whenever you discard a card, sure. Is there a world where we could just do enough damage next turn? Like, if we take 8 here, are we just risking losing? Alright, I mean, I guess. No blocks. It's probably a bad no block, to be honest, but it's fine. Let's go attacking. I mean, none of these are great blocks for them, so sure. And they're not blocking small Leonardo, because that's the one we want to pick up. Okay. So that happens. We do this. We trade 2 damage for 3 damage, and we get a lot more on Big Leo. And then we're probably still dead, though, right? Because that's 7, 8. I mean, we could block one of them. All right. End of turn. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you trample for enough. Yeah. Just attack with everything. Yeah, I was going to say, if you attack with everything, we can't win. Because then you just make NT trample. Right? Yeah, that's the way you get us. And then we just block the one thing we can, but it's not enough. Alright. Can't be too upset at that. We did what we could. Didn't get any of our removal. It's new magic cards. So unless the cards are terrible, the answer is going to be yes, that we're enjoying new cards. It's pretty hard for me not to enjoy new magic cards. Like, the set would have to be bad, bad. Like, man, Dragon's Maze bad. Like, for me not to enjoy it. To be fair, Oath of the Gatewatch was kind of tough. If I'd have been able to do early access during Oath of the Gatewatch, that would have been a struggle. I remember, like, when I was at Wizards during Oath of the Gatewatch coming out, it's like, people, even internally, like, they just draft a lot. And, you know, our team got some product to draft with every week or whatever, just into the week before you go home, have some fun. Like, people didn't even really want to draft Oath of the Gatewatch anymore after like a couple weeks. So that's a tough one. Not as bad as Dragon Maze. Dragon's Maze was real rough. Even to this day, I think you can get Dragon's Maze booster boxes below original retail, I bet. I don't think anybody... How many... Let me do a quick search for Dragon's Maze booster box. I'd be shocked if they're any crazy value. Nope, you can definitely... There's a lot of places that have them under $100. And retail back then, I think, was like $120. So, like, yeah. Like, they're basically whole... Like, discount price you used to be able to get them when the set just came out. Like, that's how little people enjoy that set. Like, Dragon's Maze was real bad. It's hard to overstate how bad Dragon's Maze was. Like, any comparison people want to give you probably isn't good enough. Like, Dragon Maze was crazy because it didn't even have a dragon in the set. Hold on a second. Alright, let's mulligan. I'm looking for a 1 mana thing. Okay, we found one. Fantastic. But that's how crazy it was. Like, Dragon's Maze definitely missed the mark on a lot of different ways. Alright, let's play a pet. Prehistoric Pet is a weird card. Not weird. A tough card for me. Because I get why we want to play it. Obviously, you know, it's hard to block, sneak, all that good stuff. But let's go ahead and just play this. And no need to attack. If the Prehistoric Pet's discouraging the opponents from attacking, great. But the problem is that it doesn't do much other than enable sneak, you know, in some ways. Oh, so am I just blocking and losing everything here? Maybe you're trying to sneak your own thing. Sure. You're going to try to double strike here, bounce a token. Nope. They're just letting that happen. And then sneak the 1/1? Okay. Not how I thought that was going to go, but not mad at it either. Okay. So we just attack here. Trade our 1 for 3. And then just replay the 1. Though, we could... We'd be getting in 1, 2... Oh, for each other creature. So it'd be 3, 4, 5. Nah, I think we just let that happen. See what the opponent's up to first. And it gives us more sneak options and more things on the battlefield for case of the Gateway Express. We don't have to be in a hurry here. Alright. Nothing! Wow. Really? Okay. Alright. I mean, sure. So at least if they get rid of Leonardo, we can still attack? Oh, yep, we're totally good with this. I mean, they have to block Leo here either way, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Alright. We'll take it. Do. Gotta love when things work out, though. To be fair, though, for an aggro list, this list is kind of dope. I don't hate it. It's kind of fun. A lot of decisions to be made with Sneak in this list, too. Of just like, are you trying to Ronin's technique to juice up a creature? Do you just want the extra damage? Are you trying to trigger your case? Like, there's a bunch of different reasons you want to play cards in this deck. And that's always fun. We go first. Let's keep it. There's also something to be said about, like, reusing a Lightstall Inquisitor, right? Because next turn, we could play a pet, play a Leonardo, pick up the Inquisitor, recast it, and just kind of slow the opponent down. But I probably only do that if I don't think I have a land. If I have a land, I just want to Agent Bishop. Oh my goodness, you'll probably get to hear yard work outside now. Many apologies if it sounds like a construction zone in the background. All right, opponent, what you got going? Well, I guess we attack and see if you want to trade. Because they might want to sneak of their own. Yeah, I think we just go for this. Since, you know, last Ronin technique, since we only have 2 land. And we can still have 2 plays next turn. I think they are going to try to sneak something in. It's just a matter of what. All right. And you have 3 colors. All right. What are we getting hit with? Oh, this is tough. They have choices. This is not good. Oh, but they opted for none of them. What? So opponent had multiple choices and chose none here. See, this is where I would like to play Agent Bishop, but I don't think I'm going to. Let's hit him with this. I want to get more done on this turn, because if they only have a counter or 1 removal spell, we don't want to spend our whole turn just to have that happen. Alright, so there's a Requiting Hex. That's good to know. Creature would cost 3 or less, so we're probably going to sneak in a Leonardo here. And we're just going to attack. Are you going to use your Hex now? Wow, that's aggressive. That couldn't even attack yet, right? Okay. Here we go. Alright, lots of damage there. Nuisance, sure. Ooh, it's tempting, but we're going to go with Agent Bishop here. And we're going to put a counter on the pet and on the token. Mostly because... Wait, what does it cost to remove? It costs 3. That's what I thought. Okay. Alright, exactly enough to get the job done. Nice. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, if you're on Twitch, don't forget to use your Twitch Prime sub if you haven't. Even I'd love it to be on me, but even if not for me, use it on somebody. Take the money back from Amazon. Don't let them keep it in their pocket, you know? We're going to keep it. I'm just trying to figure out the order of everything here, but I think it's just straightforward. This is one of those lists where I'm generally just kind of lukewarm on Lightstall Inquisitor, but this is one where even slowing the opponent down for a turn on some cards could be very good. Yeah, let's go. And we already have a 3rd land, so we know we can do 2 things next turn. Minimum. Weapons manufacturing. Alright, do we go for the biggest possible hit here? And Ronin plus Leonardo? I mean, that doesn't do that much more though, right? Ah, man. I'm gonna wuss out here, y'all. I think I'm going here. Mostly because I'm kind of curious about what they're doing and what their creature removal setup is. Putting a counter on Ancient Bishop to, like, insulate ourselves a little bit from Pyroclasm, if that's a thing. They may just sacrifice a... Okay, they didn't. I thought it might just be sacrifice munitions to get rid of 2 things. Hey, thanks. All right. Now we have a real turn to consider. We are going to pick up one. We're going to pick up 2 tokens. So Agent Bishop, going to the attack step, is going to put a counter on itself and on this guy. And we'll pick up the 2 other tokens, assuming those are the ones that don't get blocked. Oh, wow. Action incoming, folks. Get rid of that. Big brother. Pick up one of these. All right. Wow, that's a sicko turn 4. And that's rough if you're in opponent's shoes, because he might have had a big turn coming with the... Like, if they were setting up something with the Gear Drake, there was a lot of potential damage incoming. But, man, that's tough. That was a sicko turn. All right, we're going to play a couple more with this one, and then we'll see where we're at. Why are our motion... Oh, because people are in the yard outside. I was like, why are all my motion things going off and giving me warnings? Because there's people out there. All right. Let's try Friday. Actually, okay, cool. All right, good. We're cleared. No podcast recording this afternoon. That was the other big piece of business. Okay. We are going to keep this, but if the opponent has a couple of removal spells, this hand can end up not doing a lot real quick. Let's go with Pet. I guess we'll attack. Nothing happens. We'll play this. I mean, if they deal with our Squire, that's tough, but what are we going to do? All right, Squire lived. I don't know if that means a lot, but it lived. All right, so we could... Well, we could just get rid of that guy. I think we just go for broke here, right? We just do the biggest things. We're going to go ahead and Ronin and Big Brother and see if that's enough. All right, let's go ninjas. Pick this up. And then let's Leonardo picking one of these up. All right. And if our board gets swept, at least we have a couple of things we could do. Midnight Tilling. And then return a permanent. Just kind of lands and Fenrir's. Is Leonardo gonna eat it here? That's the question. Actually, it's probably Sky Knight. Well, I don't know. Both of them are kind of bad here. I mean, they're good for us, bad for the opponent. Oh, yeah. We've got everything clear here. And then we get to attack. And sneak. Pick that up. And that's way more than enough. Woo, all right. Yeah, this deck can be tough, man. Yeah, man. Let's play one more, and then we'll call it good on this one. I think we have seen enough to know how this deck works, right? We've seen the mid draws, we've seen the good draws. There's not a lot more to decipher because it's mono white. What, did we already win 7 there with this one? That felt way fast. Wow. That didn't even feel like we played that many games. What did we go, like 7-1 in that stretch? Yeah, this was crazy. Oh yeah, we lost one of them to the black-red deck, right? With the Moon Shadows and stuff. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need a third land or these Ancient Bishops are gonna look kind of junky, but I think we open with this. A lot of times your opponent's just gonna play whatever tap land they were gonna play on one, but, you know, it's not the worst thing. But that time they put a District Mascot, because he had another one. A backup, if you will. What do we want to do here, actually? I think I just want to do this and be patient. I don't feel like... I don't know, maybe I attack and trade? Yeah, why not? I'm willing to trade if you're willing to trade. Okay, they weren't. That's actually good for us. Because now we have access to Case of the Gateway Express, which might do something. This also destroys artifacts, not enchantments, right? Yeah. Surprising with how many cards are in Standard that I actually still remember. Bulwark Ox. However, that can protect the District Mascot from dying, so that causes a different problem. But they're going for it here. Alright, if we could manage to draw... Yeah, no blocks. I think we're willing to play this race. Come on, untap land. Cool. That at least opens the door to a few things we could do. And I'm going to put the counters here and here, because we're at some point going to pick up the Prehistoric Pet. No point in just wasting the counters. Their own Agent Bishop, as they should. Hey, new follower, thank you so much. That's going to make our attacks not as good here. Alright. What is the thing? I always just sacrifice this. Oh, when it attacks while saddled, you get to put a counter on it. Yeah, sure. So we're going to have to use the Case of the Gateway Express on the Bulwark Ox, whether we like it or not, because it just protects other stuff otherwise. Oh, but we actually won't be able to, because it's going to be too big. It's going to be 4. Oh, you know what? Taking 7 sucks, but we're going to take 7 anyway. Yeah, definitely need... Okay, we found an untapped land, so that's very good. So then... we can play this just to get them to use the Bulwark Ox. Which is fine. They may not want to, but... Alright, cool. They did. And then we can attack. Put our counters. Trigger the gateway. Pick up the pet. Sorry for the noise behind me, y'all. Hopefully it won't last too much longer. I mean, that's about as good of attack as we can get in there. And we're at 11, so I don't know of a way we lose from here. Or at least not on this turn. I mean, we could still lose the game. Alright, there's Mikey and Leo, which will get a free card. Opponent's at 4. Currently, we can only punch... Well, we're punching 4 through, actually, at the moment. So we need a removal spell here. That's the thing. We need a removal spell. Or that. That's the next best thing. If we weren't going to get a removal spell, this also works. Okay. Well, no matter what, we're losing Lightstall Inquisitor. It's just a matter, do we lose it to a 3-3 or not? Actually, that's not true. Let's put the counters here. This is still the correct way. Because we're about to put another counter on everything. Though, I guess if we'd have put it on 2 of the tokens... Nah, it still wouldn't have amounted to anything different. It would have been the same. And the opponent can sack Ox to protect their whole board here, but, you know. Still got to do what we got to do. Alright. I mean, opponent's still in a good spot here. Oh, and there's Ouroboros. Of course. So now we need Ronin just to make tokens, just so we can punch through. Can we do it? I don't know that we can. This might be the end of the road. Though, I guess if we find a removal spell and they attack it all here, I mean, they have a lot of stuff that we can still get rid of with the Seam Rip. We could also get Ronin Technique and get 3 more bodies. So that could be a thing. I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Another Agent Bishop was not the answer, though. That much I know. that was definitely not what we were looking for. I guess we just keep juicing these guys. Though, now our Prehistoric Pet could get through. I guess technically they could block it with Llanowar Elf, right? Can't block by creatures with greater power. So they could... Okay, well that's a thing. We're at 11, so we could survive 1 attack. Oh wait, they made the elf too big. That's it. Are we gonna win because of Prehistoric Pet? Oh, I guess it would have got counters anyway from the Ouroboros, so it didn't really matter. It would have ended up too big regardless. All right, yeah, so we just block what we can. And then this Prehistoric Pet, of all things, is going to be the reason we're able to win against an Ouroboros. No fight spell. Come on. Don't have it. Don't have it. Come on. Oh, this is such a sick way to win. Oh, I feel like we're getting slow rolled, y'all. Oh, we're going to do it, but okay. Okay, they don't have anything. We're good. Unless it deals with an attacker here, which is possible, I guess. Nope, got there with the pet. That's sick. I genuinely was like, well, if maybe we could get the Ronin technique, we can get a couple of bodies. You know, maybe if we could get the Sky Knight Squire, I could find a way to get counters on it over 2 turns and fly over. Like, there were some answers, but wasn't even thinking about Prehistoric Pet because they don't get a choice where to put the counters with the Ouroboros. That's too funny, man. Pet for the win. Yep, pepperoni for the win. That's crazy. All right, let's talk about this deck and wrap this one up. My goodness. Sweet deck, though. It worked out very well. Man, these yard people outside are just like, they give no Fs that I am streaming right now. No, should they really? They have a job to do. Okay, wow. This one's interesting because we don't really have any way to deal with like graveyard stuff or whatever, and not even really artifacts and enchantments. So we're kind of just all in on the beatdown plan. But we had a lot of games that we were able to end effectively on turn 4. Or be set up to win on the following turn, right? Everything worked pretty well together. It makes me a little uncomfortable playing, you know, multiple legends that we're playing a lot of, but apparently it was the right amount. Except for the last game, I think, or one of the last 2 games, we drew either 2 or 3 copies of Agent Bishop, and that was gumming up our hand a little bit, but those extra points of damage made the difference in the game. And as much as I wanted to make fun of Prehistoric Pet, it is one of the perfect cards for trying to sneak stuff in, obviously. And it actually got through and got us the win in the last game, right? So, I mean, you know, Pet, you've earned your keep, pepperoni. You're good. But yeah, overall, this is great. You know, again, credit to Yeoman 5 for this one. I don't think I changed anything in this list. I played it kind of just as is. And it was pretty sweet. We used every card in the deck. Everything had value. So, yeah, thumbs up. Link over on Moxfield. Y'all know the drill. Go download it. Have some fun. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time. Yeah, this one, super sweet, man. No complaints about it. What did we go there? 8-1 was what we played with that one. 8-1, and we played against some what are probably going to be pretty normal regular decks even. So that's kind of fun. So let me mark that one because we've now played... We haven't played the counters list. We can come back to that later. Mono White Aggro. So we'll go ahead and give that one a little bit. And what else did we play already? We played the Surprise deck, the Naya Surprise. Or no, the Jun Surprise deck is what we played. Where is that at? Oh, Hardcore Surprise. Yeah, I don't know why I called it that. But yeah. All right, so we played that one. And then we also played the Simic Mutagen deck, which was kind of fun. I think, you know, it's kind of just a Simic +1/+1 counter deck, but that was fun. Yeah. We still have a lot we could play later. Like I said, we have the tokens list. We've got Rakdos sacrifice lists that we're probably going to play. A Boros robots. We'll see. There's a few different things. And maybe we'll build something live on air as well. I think that's something else we could do. So lots of choices is what I'm saying. We got a lot in the tank that we could still play. So yeah. I think this is going to be a good spot for us to take a break, being about 3.5 hours in. I'm going to go work on some stuff and grab something to eat, recharge, get more liquid, and then it's about 3:00 p.m. Pacific time. I will likely get back on by 6 p.m., so within 3 hours. But there's a good chance we're going to be on before that. So if you're watching right now, be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things. So when we're on, you'll get a notification. If you're on YouTube, remember to click the bell because you'll get more likely to get a notification from the stream. But yeah, we have a lot we could still play and some stuff to explore still in a bunch of different ways. So definitely come back. We're going to have some fun with some more Ninja Turtles. But for now, that's it. Remember, be awesome. Most importantly, be awesome to each other because we can use a lot of that right now.